in your hood. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it.
Alright, let's start it there.
Yeah. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Plain hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Hey, we got ups, but I wouldn't say we beat. How the saying go, it's a two-way street. Get me on the pipe and you know they had a tweak. I'm just trying to lay my name, you get what I'm speaking. We entertain the masses and anywhere that we can. There's some asshole think that you can press the lead and put the whole squad down, get out within the weekend. But we stars, boys, so continue, go and see. We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Play hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? Talk big game till you learn it ain't one. Got your nails on this track's another freight ton. Not a single dub, so you gotta make one. G, yeah, domino, trying to cook some great stuff.
You can keep ducking, this be the season. We're hunting, we down and new in our treasures while casually pressing your buttons. You keep pretending and nothing, but we can tell you we frontin'. Try threatening us with a poker, but your face looking all flushed. And we calling out all your bluffs and we telling you what is what. And we saying enough's enough, but you trying to keep acting tough. If you really think that you run, let me tell you, you ain't gon' run. Cause the song will be nothing speakers and the whole team finna pump it, y'all.
We've ended careers before. They call us a lethal weapon. You brandish an unsheathed sword. Played hero, Roroni Kenshin. We kicked it aside of your door. Use the one who will get to seven. Where was that bravado you had a hot minute ago? We eating pasta in your hood. It tastes like heaven. We eating pasta and it good. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Today, was a tiny struggle. Was a tiny one, you know, first world struggle. Not really. I legitimately work week was long, and so I was tired. I was tired. Thank you for the follow. Is my stuff muted? It is not. Okay, it was 6 hours ago. Last night was rough. Oh, you're telling me. For sure it was. For sure it was. Oh, goodness. Well, chat, we're trying a new title tonight. I'm trying to do some theming. I'm gonna do some theming for stuff. We got a lot to talk about, you know. I'm embracing the inner fox, you know. Since foxes like to react to stuff and talk about stuff for hours and hours on end. And no, I am not just talking about one particular fox person. This can be applied to all of them. All of the fox people react to stuff, but technically you could also say that a lot of VTubers are just reactors or yappers. But I'm going to do that tonight. Although I've got a lot of drama-related stuff because I fucking love drama. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It brings up a funny point. You know, me and Lumi don't talk very much because she's got real life. She's got a job, a nice job. Lumi's got a nice job where Lumi gets to go make a shit ton of money doing stuff. And so she doesn't get a chance to do a whole lot anymore when she does stream. She's got like this little clique of cute friends that she's made. And I think that's really precious. But, you know, we were talking and I was just like, so you don't miss drama? And she's like, no, I really don't. Oh, she didn't really say it like that. She was just kind of like, you know, it gets draining. And I was like, I get you. I get you. I get you. You know, you kind of have to, you kind of have to change how you think about things, if that makes sense. You know, because I look at drama as not real life when it's on the internet. When it's on the internet, it's not real life. You know, I don't treat it as real life. And so, you know, that makes it easier for me. I mean, like, a lot of these people are real. And when they are being, like, when they act real and they actually are real people, I tend to be nicer. But, you know, I treat most of the internet as not real because a lot of people on the internet don't act real, period. And so that's why I just don't take it very seriously. I just don't take it very seriously. Cute. Well, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to use this model more, so, you know, we're gonna do that. Excuse me. Excuse me. I got a lot to talk about tonight, chat. We're yapping. Like I said, there's lots of foxes on the internet that do that. And now that I got a fox model, by the way, I am planning to get like an outfit that is similar to this on my adult model. Adult model. That's a dumb thing to say, considering that this model is technically Occo just split in half. So, but on the taller model, on the normal model, we're gonna get fox ears as well, I think, one day, and just to do a fox outfit. So much VTuber drama. Indeed. There's a lot. It's developing, you know, it's developing as we speak. It's developing as we speak. I'm like constantly watching the I'm constantly watching the stuff. So anyway, how's everybody doing today? I'm tired. I am just a little tired. For those who don't know, I made a video today. I made a video. You might have seen it. Press 1 if you have seen it, where I talk about the struggles of making videos, at least for me. And again, that's like a first world problem. Maybe it's even above a first world problem. But like, you know, if you want like a TLDR, I kind of have like some motivation problems sometimes. And so, making videos sometimes is difficult when you have motivation problems and you are phlegmatic and your mind literally is like, if you don't do it in the moment, you will move away. You will move away, basically. So, that's kind of my problem. You know, if I didn't have that problem, we'd probably be on part 3 or 4 now of the Cinder Files if it got that far. I don't know. We'll see how far it gets. I did some script writing today. I'm very happy with the intro, and right after I wrote like the intro script, which is like the first 2 to 3 minutes, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna put it together. I was gonna put it in the video format, and so I like did the first 2 minutes of the video, and I kind of like how it is. I'll probably go back over it later, but you know, like comment on Jelly. That's somewhere in here. That's somewhere in this thing. Switch my brain OS to Linux. Yeah, but I don't want to recompile it at some point in order to do basic tasks. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I made a video today basically saying, hey, I'm still working on it, but I'm completely started over. Ah, goodness. And I won't spoil it too much. If you want, you should go watch it. It's more or less just like a life update video saying, yeah, I struggle sometimes with motivation. And things are very spur of the moment, if that makes sense. But yeah, Tism strikes again. It's really just like phlegmatic. Got blocked by Huith. Congratulations. I don't pay attention to those people, I'll be honest with you. Well, I'll be honest, I barely even look at the threads for some of these people in Under the Tea. You know, people talk about them all the time, and I'm just like, these people are so fucking boring. There's a rare occasion where, you see somebody that actually just says something worth talking about. Huith is one of those people that unless they actually do something worth talking about, I'm never going to talk about. Never. Because they are just so uninteresting and so... No, that's really just it. They are uninteresting, and I'm not really that... I'm just not really that interested in it, I'll be honest with you. They, yeah. Them... Nyara is technically a step above them, but Nyara is even, like, not even worth talking about now. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. Tonight, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Nuxtaku? No, Nyara. Nyara. If I've learned anything from recent drama, it's that VTubing sphere of drama of Reddit is significantly more cringe. Don't pay attention to Reddit. Reddit is fucking cringe. Reddit is disgusting. You don't go to Reddit, man. Reddit sucks. It's fucking awful. We don't go to Reddit. We stay away from there, all right? It's just a bad idea. Bad idea. So we will stay away from them. see. Sorry, I'm like making sure all my stuff is here. Okay, we don't need that. There we go. All right. All right. We go to poll. I don't go to... I'm going to be honest with you. After recently, I really just don't like... And it's really unfortunate for me to say because, you know, the internet used to be a whole lot bigger. It was built up of a bunch of beautiful communities and a bunch of beautiful spaces. But now it's just like shrunk. And part of that is just like on companies. Like the quality of a lot of places is just so shit that I stick to really a couple places now, you know? It's really sad. Really, really unfortunate. So, I stick to Twitter, X, as like a main website. And then I have some side websites that I might visit. But I'll be honest with you. I really don't go very many places because there just isn't that many that are fun anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. You know? I used to go to forums a whole lot. And I used to go to... Again, I did use Reddit a little bit. But Reddit sucks. And the forum that I was interested in reading is like gotten so shitty. So I don't go there anymore. Thank you for the 20.
Speaking of uninteresting VTubers, have you heard about this Jackson person attacking right-wing VTubers and saying they need to get bullied off the net? I took one look at the guy and went, who is this left-wing reverend knockoff?
Let's see. The video that you mentioned sounds familiar. Let's see. You might have to link me the video because I don't... Oh, there it is. There it is. I think I've seen this guy before. Yeah, I have seen this guy before. This guy is a weird retard. He's also a femboy. That tells you a lot, too. Unfortunately, sorry, femboys, but there's some retards in the audience. I like his name. Yes. REV is just a shortened version of Reverend. That's why it says Reverend. It's no real way to fix that, which is funny. If we have time tonight, maybe I'll look at the Jackson video. I know that... I know that the VTubers he's talking about are ignoring him. And I'll be honest with you, they have every right to do so. They really don't want to feed the trolls or like stir the pot. And if... Oh, did Leaflet cover him? I was told that like Kirsch was not really interested in it, but I could be wrong. But like, yeah, I heard that this guy is basically an idiot. What's the game plan? A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Basically. Anyway, we're gonna start off light. We're gonna start off light. If you're interested in the Tectone stuff, I do have some of that. I'll be honest, Tectone is like on the title, but like I really only have like one video of his, and it's not even probably the entire video. It's just me pointing at retards fighting retards. So you know. Devastator, thank you for the 56. It's very specific.
Have been tipped $56
I appreciate that.
Hassan Disrespector. I can't drive 55.
That sounds like an interesting problem to have. I'm going to be honest with you. Very interesting problem. I hope that you're able to fix that there. I don't know. Maybe you live in a part of the US where you have to drive a certain speed. That's funny though. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done like feeling dead, and we're just gonna get started. We're just gonna move. Although really quickly, I did want to mention this for those that are interested. Those that don't know, I have a throne For those that don't know what a throne is, it's basically just like a gifting platform for people to, instead of throwing you money, they can just throw you just plain gifts. A lot of people want me to get a shot collar because a lot of friends have shot collars. A lot of my friends behind the scenes have been bullying me to get a shot collar. And I told them I would put it on the list, but I also told them that you guys would never fund this, that it would never happen, and we would never, ever, ever get this. So, oh, hold on, I'll wait for this to go through. Thank you for the 10.
The landlords have been
Appreciate.
$10 by at internets and masquerading.
I can believe that Rev said that, by the way.
Leaf and Reverend have covered him. Rev's response to his part can best be described as, who is this lost little child?
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway. So, oh, I forgot that was a thing. Holy shit. Here, let me try again. All right. So this is the shot collar. Well, that's not the actual shot collar. It's actually a different shot collar. I have put up the price for it. I don't think you can see it. Here, let me move it just a little bit. There we go. So I put up the price. Basically, you're paying for this, and then you're also paying for me to get therapy after I use it. So I decided, I don't know why it says $329 because I only put down 300. But so yes, if you want this to be a thing, you can go contribute basically. And again, I told my friends that you guys are not going to buy this, so when it doesn't happen, you know, I'll just tell them that that it didn't happen. I mean, it's like gonna be there until I take it down or whatever, and I'm not gonna take it down. Like a Raspberry Pi OBS setup shot collar, donos give you a jolt. Basically, yes. Is this collar for Mizu? No, Mizu has one. Mizu used it the other night. Mizu told me that people got him really hard for it. Like they did it a lot to him. He set the price decent, and he told me that afterwards he was in pain. So I'm not necessarily interested in getting myself shocked like him and Atari. But you know, again, if you want that, you got to pay. There's the contribution price here. And again, I told them it's not gonna happen. But if you want me to be in pain, there you go, I guess. so there you go. Build up resistance to lethal amounts of voltage. Exactly. Anyway. Oh, excuse me. So let's talk first. I want to put that later. I think we're going to start off soft tonight with some general opinions that I've just seen or not stupid, just waltzing around on the internet. So, obviously everybody's being asked to be political today. That's actually kind of a theme. That people are now demanding you be political again. And one of the individuals that was asked on her stream about this was actually Emaru. The last time I talked about this woman, she was coming out against Ms. Kiff, who again we'll probably be talking about here a little bit later. But she was basically asked if she could lend her opinions on ICE. And this is basically her opinions. By the way, you can see the mountain of deadly plushies in the background. That is if it wasn't a character trait of hers, I would say that's almost like hoarder levels. But you know, I don't care. She's an avowed leftist. Well, I have no idea what her opinions are. But I think that this opinion is a decent one if the clip is to be trusted. So we'll listen here. Okay, let me turn this up. Let me actually turn this up.
like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting...
I hate that she is, like, playing music that will definitely get me copyright claims. What the fuck?
Big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like... If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to, like, get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like...
Now, okay, I am just gonna abbreviate because again, I think she's going kind of slow. But what she's basically saying is, why are you asking me? I don't know anything about politics, which is kind of funny. And so she's basically like, I don't really want to talk about this because I know nothing about politics. And if you're gonna ask a streamer about politics, you probably should get. I kind of like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the fact that she's like, I'm not going to answer it, should be apologizing for that statement. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to be honest with you. But I do think that this is one of the few times where I'm like, you know what? It's nice to hear that there is at least one streamer that is a little cognizant of the fact that if I speak on a topic that I probably have no idea on, I'm going to get in trouble. And I really don't know much about this woman. Again, she could be a super lefty, and I really don't care either way. But the fact that she's like, I'm not really interested in talking about it, and I think that if you want to ask my opinion, you should probably get off the internet. I'll agree with her. I'm gonna be honest. I will agree. I agree with Miss Emaru. Now, with all that in mind, I still am waiting to see this woman do stuff. Like against Mizkif, basically. Because, now, to be fair, she probably can't until the defamation lawsuit is over, which there has been a brief update about the defamation lawsuit against Mizkif, and we'll talk about that. Oh my gosh.
Contributed $150 towards by the shock collar. Be careful what you wish for Occo.
Oh no.
Sent via throne.com.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the $150 contribution to the shot collar. I appreciate that. Very much appreciated. We just need, I think it was like 150 more, and then the shot collar is funded. And what will happen is I will extract the money for it and then order it. Basically, do you guys want to see what it actually looks like here? Give me one moment. Give me one moment. What I'll basically say is this woman is accurate, and I wish more people were like her and understood that, like, you are an entertainer on the internet. Shut the fuck up. You should not be making political opinions. And I have a thought about that because I said something similar on Twitter, and I kind of want to reiterate that. But first off, let me show you this here. So this is basically what I would be buying, chat. Although it doesn't show the special collar strap. It's not going around my neck, by the way. This thing will kill me if it goes around my neck, all right? This thing is going around a leg or an ankle, whatever the fuck Atari tells me to do. But this is basically what it is. All right? All right? This is what I am buying. I might get a spacer too, because the spacer is for comfort, I guess. And basically, again, if you contribute, you're paying for both the collar and the therapy that I am going to take right afterwards. And when the therapist asks me, why did you get a shock collar? I'm going to say, because I was bullied into it. And I put it around. No. For those, you should not be putting electrical devices like that around your neck, all right? Your neck is not a dog's neck. Listen, all right? You do not have the added benefit of a bunch of fluff between you and your very, 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 very delicate, like, spinal cord, all right? If that thing shocks you in the wrong way, you could die, all right? Which is why it has to be as far away from your heart as possible. So when I get it, it is going on the leg the furthest from my heart, basically. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do, I guess, I didn't even know this FaZe Clan did that. Don't do what FaZe Clan did, and don't do what Cameron did. Here, actually, let me see if I can pull up the video of Cameron. or just like get a picture, the picture of Cameron. I know that Cameron had done this. Where is it? Oh, that works. Okay, so this motherfucker put the collar around his neck. Don't do that. You could potentially stop your heart. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did that, but he did that. That can stop your heart. This man has some dumb fucking luck. You know, he survived a cancellation attempt and he survived the cancellation of his heart. So don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I guess fuel that if you really want me to have one. And to be honest with you, the collar itself is not a regular dog collar. I believe it is made specifically for human use. So yeah. Anyway, back to the politisperging. All right, we're gonna get back to the politics. All I'm gonna say, all I'm gonna say is Emaru is correct here. All right, if you have to ask a streamer political opinions, that is definitely not trained on it. Because I will say there are some streamers and VTubers that probably know a little bit of what they're talking about when it comes to politics. All right, I would say that Kirsch is probably allowed to talk about some politics on the internet. I would say that there's a couple other streamers that are probably a little bit more equipped to talking about politics on the internet. But outside of that, I really don't think a lot of these streamers should talk about politics because they have absolutely no fucking idea what they're talking about. I, most of the time, don't have any fucking idea what I'm talking about. And I will be honest with you, I am trying to... I realized recently that I've been spurging a little too much on politics. And I know I'm probably not the most well-versed in it, so I'm going to try and reel it up just a little bit. At the very least, I'm going to try and reel back on the rage bit there. Just because I don't want to get, like, too mad at politics. But I do appreciate her take, basically. Because most streamers have no idea what they're talking about. To follow along on that, we're going to watch this short video from Powder. It is, well, it's like 30 seconds, basically. Powder's been through the ringer recently. She's basically kind of like going through what Kirsch went through when Kirsch kind of had a blow up. Although she doesn't really, as far as I know, have a lot of sponsors that would try to get canceled by her. As far as I know, Powder is pretty cool, you know. She's had some rocky previous times, but now I would say that she's like trucking along pretty well, and that's good. That's pretty good. Basically, she spent some time away from Twitter. She came back and blew up because she was talking about the Amelia thing, and then she also used a pre-made model to play around with the Amelia thing. The model maker got upset, but like the model maker can't do anything because once you buy the model, you're not allowed to basically like do much. You can like cease and desist them and try and sue them, but like the court's not going to do anything. But recently, she's been getting called all kinds of names, and she decided to leave, in my personal opinion, some pretty insightful commentary here. She says VTubers shouldn't feel obligated to give political opinions just because Twitter demands one. And I agree, pretty much. I very much so agree. Because recently, and we will be talking about this. In fact, one of the videos I'm going to be playing today, maybe I'll play it after this, where one VTuber decided to go after another VTuber just because he thought she was like heavy political, and it's like she's not. She's just an army girl, and like you can't do that. But anyway, we're just gonna listen to what Powder has to say.
They are running out of enemies because the people that they constantly go after in the VTubing community have shown that
Really quickly, there is no community, ma'am, but thank you.
they're unwilling to back down. So they need to find a new person to make an enemy out of. Oh, let's make an enemy out of this person because they want to be apolitical. Well, how dare she? She should be saying fuck ICE.
Unironically, I did see people on Twitter. There was this one schizo. I don't actually have their tweet on me. But there was this one schizo that's just like, I am going to keep a list of all of the people that choose to not talk about it. I'm going to keep a list of them. And I just think that is the most retarded thing in the world. Because for those that don't know, I imagine most of you probably do know, because most of you aren't terminally online insane people. But most people aren't that political, all right? Most people in real life, they go to their jobs, they come home, they spend time with their families, and then then they're done. You know, people vote when it's election time. Most of it's off of vibes or just the party that they already affiliate with because that's what their family affiliated with. And most of them will pay attention to how is the economy doing at the time? How is my shit going at the time? I would say that it's evolved a little bit, and you can blame the left really has nobody to blame but themselves for this. But like, I don't really know what to tell you. Most normal people really aren't interested in giving political opinions or aren't interested in interacting with political opinions. And the people that you see that are doing that, they are the minority of people. You and I are in the minority of people that are just like hyper focused in and commenting on things, you know, all that kind of stuff. Normies are busy. Yes, normies have normal lives. They don't have enough time to deal with this kind of shit. Basically, they got to do their 2 to 3 jobs because the economy does need some help right now. But anyway, let's continue.
Are you serious right now? I think it's fine if most VTubers don't want to talk about politics. There's not a lot of well-informed people out there.
Oh, that was pretty much it. The person keeping the list was Echo the Goddess. Okay, let me see if I can bring up their tweet, because I forgot their name, but I wanted to like. Let's see if I can bring it up. Let's see. They tweet so often, though. Yeah, they tweet so fucking much. Here, let me... list. There it is. Okay, here. Here. This was their dumbass fucking list here, alright? Let me read this for you guys, alright? This was a retarded thing for them to say. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to start making a list of some VTubers who have not said anything about things that is going in the world. By the way, they don't know how to spell. I have a feeling that this individual is just a little bit special. Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. Hold on a moment. There we go. Sorry, I messed with my camera today because I was recording for multiple hours. And by multiple hours, I mean 2. But yeah, let's see here. I want to keep this list to myself to make sure I support people that align with my views while also supporting their content. It's a weird thing to do. I'm glad we can agree on that. But I'd rather know that not knowing them blindly support someone right now, since this is what is happening right now, affects me and some of my loved ones and people I know. I don't expect these VTubers to say anything, but them not even saying something as simple as fuck ICE, even if they don't live in America. So that's another thing, is not only do you have to say fuck ICE, you have to do that even if you don't even live in America and have no fucking ties to the government and it does not affect you. Which, let me just remind you, unless you're fucking illegal, it doesn't affect you. Oh, for fuck's sake. The money they get from fans, sponsorships, and more, besides personal things, matter more than their morals of their good and their views that are watching. Yeah, most people probably care more about the fact that they don't want to rock the boat because sponsorships really don't like it when you do that kind of shit. You know, sponsorships are really pissed off when you do that kind of stuff. So don't do that. Shut up. Shut up. I'm bringing you up next. I'm bringing you up next because your video was short and it was shit. Anyway, I don't understand why people are acting like this. All right. I said this on Twitter, and I guess I need to make sure I need to make sure that people understand my thought process on this. All right. I am okay if you actually know what you're talking about and you actually like politics is your thing. If you talk about it, all right. All right. People are allowed to talk about politics if they're a content creator, if they know what they're talking about. If they don't know what they're talking about, I don't want them to talk about politics. There's a reason why I talk about politics when there's drama associated with it, because I don't necessarily need to have an opinion about it. I just get to make fun of it, basically. So, so my take is, if you don't fucking know what you're talking about, and most of these VTubers don't, then you shouldn't fucking talk about politics. Especially, by the way, especially fucking Canucks that don't even fucking live in this country. All right? I can't fucking stand idiots from other countries that have opinions about my country when they don't even know what they're fucking talking about. Thank you, Ava, for the raid. Thank you for the 20, Internet Zen Master.
The landlords have been tipped $20 by
Internet Zen, very blessed by you today. Thank you for the raid, Ava.
The only politically minded VTubers worth any credibility / actually understand politics are right-wing / right-leaning, and some do it in a humorous way. There is no left-wing political VTuber equivalent.
There's probably not, no. I will say that not every right-wing streamer or content creator knows what they're talking about. I'm sure that if I was given time to come up with examples, I could find some that really fucking piss me off. And don't you dare say Nick Fuentes, because Nick Fuentes is not right-leaning. Nick Fuentes is Nick Fuentes leaning. Nick Fuentes is a fed op that changes his mind at the drop of a hat just because he's weird. Man literally was simping for the Democrats recently. Or at the very least, he was saying that he expected them to get to the House and the Senate or whatever. And even though I'm not dialed into that conversation, I'm just like, Nick Fuentes is fucking dumb. Like Elijah Schaefer, I don't know very much about that man. I know that he's been in drama in the past, but I know Elijah Schaefer's kind of crazy. He like went on like a schizo bend, and I guess his wife ran away because he cheated on her allegedly. I have no idea. Virtue signaling from them is sickening. I don't know if you're talking about right-leaning creators or left-wing creators or both. But yes. Yes. Pretty much. They're going to be American soon if everything goes to plan. Are you talking about this fucking rat? You're talking about this fucking rat. I don't want them in my country, all right? I want them deported and to stay in Canada. We don't want them here, all right? My country is for people that actually love this country, not for fucking retards that say how much they hate it, you know? So this person is not welcome here. I formally, on behalf of all foxes, say that you are not welcome in the country, sir. By the way, this is a Baba Niku, another Baba Niku. I said that very, I said that almost like I was being grossed out by it, even though I am a Baba Niku myself, which is funny. But yeah, this guy is a Baba Niku, so just keep that in the know. I thought he was a femboy. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on a moment. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. They blocked me, which is funny. They might be they might actually just be a femboy. I was told that they weren't, but you know. It's funny that who their live 2D is, but you know. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, I don't like this guy. one bit. He's got a very dumb take about Tomoe. So let's listen to this. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this, and glow if you have to.
Accountability and responsibility does not exist in current day content creation. Instead, nowadays,
I would agree with that. I think a lot of content creators don't know how to take accountability a lot of the time.
we have content creators doing anything and everything to make sure they get as much money as possible from every single viewer. Tomoe,
to be honest with you, I also kind of agree with that. However, the individual he is literally putting on the screen right now does not count in that. Literally, Tomoe is active duty military. I think that if Tomoe could stream more, she probably fucking would. This is such a brain dead take from somebody who knows nothing fucking about her. He's a drama chaser who tagged Tyga to slander him. That sounds about right. That's you know what? That I believe that. I believe that. Again, to say that she is like trying to extract money from people's fucking stupid. I will say I thought the supplement she did, I didn't care for it. I was like, I felt like that was too expensive, but I'm also not a weightlifter. I don't think that's grifting. I just think that that's making merch though. So I don't agree with this motherfucker. All right? This guy's fucking retarded saying that this woman is a grifter because this woman has given probably more money to charity than she's probably earned on stream. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But like this, out of all of the VTubers you could call a grifter, all right, out of all of the people you could make a video on. If you made a video on Kirsch, you know, that would be fine because everybody would laugh at you equally, but we would understand it because it's just like, oh yeah, everybody's going to call Kirsch a grifter because she's political. But Tomoe? This woman doesn't talk about politics. She is, again, active fucking military. And I don't know how true this is. I might have to follow up with the people who told me. People who told me were in the military of some kind. But I was told that if you're in the military, you can't talk about politics. You can actually get removed from the military if you're political and you're in the military because you're not supposed to be hyper-political. So, this guy is just fucking retarded, in my personal opinion.
Mari is not an exception to any of this. A perpetual victim and coward who constantly hides behind her flag and her country to avoid any responsibility for anything she says.
What is she hiding? I'm so confused. How is she a victim? I do think that, personally, I think that maybe sometimes she tweets a little bit too much and she needs to not let the internet get on her. But I think that this is dumb. This is absolutely fucking retarded. Hiding behind the American flag? Oh my gosh. Again, only fucking Canadians that don't understand the pride in their country, that don't understand that they can actually be happy about where they came from, happy about where they lived. No, instead you got motherfuckers like this who don't get to feel pride in their country because guess what? Their country fucking sucks. All right? You live in a country that has been overrun with people. Sorry, I'm going way too hard. I'm going more than I need to glow a little bit more. But you live in a country, all right, that you should not have pride in. Your country fucking lets people end their own lives. That's like very, very end stage for a country that just lets people end themselves. That's like so depressing.
And gave $5.
You don't get to talk about my country, man.
Enough for the Leafs. If America was as bad as they say, I'd have Canadian serving the grapes right now.
Oh, fuck. Play the national anthem. I don't want to get claimed, but anyway, this man has no reason to like call out Tomoe. Like, listen, there are dumb fucking Americans that exist that like make it hard to be prideful as an American. But like Tomoe is definitely not one of them.
$10 by Adavenge 900 Hassan Disrespecter. Soon, Rat Boy, your contrary will be part of our new empire.
I don't want them as part of my new empire. They just need to be shut off, and like we need to build a wall for them. I want a wall for Canada. I'm afraid we need a wall on both ends, and Canada's definitely one of them.
Hassan Disrespecter. Accuse Kirsha of being a grifter? Wrong, hilariously so. Accuse Nux of being a grifter? Also wrong, but understandable given his attitude. But Tomoe? That's fighting words, you bratty femboy.
I will say, I'm not saying that Kirsch is a grifter. I feel like I would debate you on Nux, personally. I put Nux in the same camp as I put Tectone. I'm not really willing to argue about that right now. But I agree, especially not Tomoe. All right? Especially not Tomoe. Just saying. Just saying. Let's continue.
Or does, despite LARPing as a military patriot who's adamant about being apolitical. She's most notable for her takes such as,
they're trying to hide the truth from us, but we know the truth, and we will fight for this truth until the bitter end. So,
dude, that was literally her. Wasn't that her when she was pretending to run for? Well, she actually no, she wasn't even fucking pretending. Tomoe Umari literally ran for office. I think she got a couple thousand votes in the actual, like, in the presidential election. This woman, I think, got a couple thousand votes. I didn't vote for her. I didn't get to vote, honestly. But, like, man. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking... again. This man is so fucking, like... brain dead retardation is what I'm saying here. Brain dead. All right?
yes, horses for everybody. Canada will be deleted promptly. That goes without saying. We need to make sure.
Amen. What the fuck? Amen. Okay, I understand why he's pissed off here. Let's go back. We're gonna go back.
Will be deleted promptly. That goes without saying. We need to make.
You know what? I know why he's so mad. He's mad because she is saying that we will take over Canada. Again, it's a fucking joke, motherfucker. Did she really run for office? I'm pretty sure she, like, you could vote. I mean, like, you could vote for anybody. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But, I don't know, like, if it was 110% serious, but I thought it was, like, 100% serious. I think he's just pissed off that she said this about Canada. Who fucking cares? It's a joke.
Make sure that happens fast. We need to strike them when they least expect it. We need to basically sucker punch them and drain them of their resources and then cut them off completely. So the flint and steel means I get to burn some villages down. Exciting news. Let's...
Bro, who... This man lives a miserable life, all right? This rat lives a fucking miserable life. Because does this man... Okay, I don't watch VTubers, all right? All right? Thank you for the 50. Holy shit. Very much appreciated.
Been tipped $50 by @helpin'.
Much appreciated.
My brain hurts. Please shock it out of my system.
I will not shock it out of your system, but thank you. I appreciate it. We'll make sure to cool it down with a little bit more later. But thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, this is the girl who apologized when the meme of her being put in a Umu Musume went too far. Well, yes, and I do think that Tomoe Umari, again, she needs to lay off of not listening to the internet. I think she does that too much, and she shouldn't. Because like I understand that, like, she's got a big heart, and that's probably, like, it's her biggest strength and probably also her greatest weakness in this case. And that's not a bad thing. That's just, like, again, it's a good and a bad thing.
This femboy talking a lot of crap about hiding behind a flag for someone wearing his country's flag on his model's chest.
Oh. Anyway, insert woman joke. Yeah, let's continue.
Go look for a village, and then we'll go from there. I don't have to get my own resources if they've already got them for me. This is like a simulation of what's going to happen to Canada.
I totally understand.
Bro, again, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's a fucking joke. This man, this whole video, all right, this video right here. All right, this whole video is purely him upset that she made jokes about Canada. That's all this is. I can't believe that her making a joke about Canada pissed him off that much. He must be French. No, I don't think he's French Canadian. But I can understand why you might think that.
understand Americans making these jokes about pillaging their neighbors for their resources is incredible content, considering your
Yes, it is very incredible content that she's making that joke while playing fucking Minecraft. Have you played Minecraft? That's literally what everybody does. That's what I do when I first find a world. I go find a village and I burn it down. I don't actually burn it down, but like, fucking hell.
HARASSMENT send $5 for more hats. Both Sheena and Tina gave her advice about getting one guy.
I saw that, yeah.
It was very sweet.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. I did too. It's literally a joke because that's what Trump was doing at the time. I think Trump is serious is the problem. I think Trump is serious. Or semi-serious. I can't tell with him anymore, honestly. But, you know, I also don't really care. What's funny is at least one of the nations of Canada wants, or nations, one of the states of Canada wants to become part of the US, which is funny. Funny, because they see how great we are. They don't want MAID or their universal health care. They want us. They want the protection of us. If, believe it or not, it's also the most based state in Canada as well. Anyway, let's continue laughing at this Canuck.
current administration constantly does it almost every single day. Yet when a Canadian VTuber decides to make a joke about a fictional horse girl turning into glue, that
Okay, so this man is upset because of jokes. All right, he's mad because he doesn't understand the jokes here. All right, she's making a joke about your country because that's what everybody's doing. You making a joke about something that she hasn't even commented on. Bro, Chacho, she hasn't even talked about this. This is not a joke. This is just you not reading the room like most Canadians. The rural conservative people are trying to either go JOI or go independent. Yeah.
3 sent $4.99 for more hats. Soy, being apolitical because your active military is a coward move. Being a US soldier is cowardly, says the fruitcake who locked his replies.
Locked his replies and blocked me. Spoiler alert. Well, not really, but like, yeah, he blocked me a long time ago. Again, I don't like this person. This person is fucking retarded. It's literally Don Quixote ramming into a windmill. They really want to be mad at something. I remember Don Quixote. I haven't read the book, but I've read about it. It's good. Is Powder a good VTuber? Yes, I would say so. I would say so. She's a woman, so, you know, sometimes women have weird opinions, but she's good, I would say. I would say that Powder is good, yeah. If you decide to watch her, tell her I said that, I guess. Just say she's good. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
that's a step too far. Even going so far.
Yes, your joke was a step too far. Your joke was definitely a step too far. I'm sorry, man. You don't know how to joke.
Going on her Twitter to declare that it was death threats made against her. Yet when she writes,
I can see why she would call it a death threat, because you were literally talking about sending her to the glue factory. For those that don't, I don't even think I have to say. For those that don't know, sending a horse to the glue factory means you kill the horse and turn the horse into glue. Yeah, I can see why that would be a death threat, my man. And you just don't want to admit that that's what you were doing. Everybody knows what you're doing. You're just being fucking retarded about it.
rightfully pisses people off, this is what she has to say.
Maybe I'm just insensitive. Maybe my sense of humor doesn't jive with a lot of people. That's probably not it. I think I just keep attracting some really dainty fellas that do not take jokes very well. Maybe I need to like put like a disclaimer in all of my shorts that says like, hey, this is a fucking joke. Stop getting upset, please. I don't understand.
If you have to say something like that, I think you're doing good. I think you're doing good.
The point of getting mad at a VTuber joke of all things, you know, like that's like such a weird battle. Horse girl getting sent to the glue factory. The fuck you mean? What did I do?
Literally, she did nothing, and he's saying that about her. He like has got some weird air. Again, I legitimately think, here's my harebrained theory. I don't think he'll ever see this, but like, just in case he does, man, you're pissed off that she made jokes about your country. That's what you're upset about. That's what you're upset about. You don't think that she is some, like, doesn't want to comment on stuff. You're just upset that she made a joke about your country that fucking sucks. Sorry. How about you learn to make better jokes so that you don't get called out on Twitter for making what a lot of people would see as a death threat. All right? And then people won't get upset at you.
What did I do?
You're more than willing to giggle like an idiot at the same joke I made. The only difference is that it was made by one of your chatters.
No, she's not laughing at your joke. She's laughing at the fact that you are this retarded.
It's incredibly hypocritical and pathetic to be offended at the same shit that you do constantly. I'm sorry you're so dainty. The funniest thing is that this spawned simply because of a JJK meme, and I thought it was perfectly applicable to her. It took me a grand total of 5 minutes to make this. Here's another one that took me 5 minutes to make.
Again, I don't understand this. Man. This is like blaming her for her... I don't think you can see it, but like literally... Thank you for being a member for 11 months. This is like blaming her for her audience, and it's just like, okay, I'm sure that everybody has a Nazi in their audience, and everybody has a MAGA person in their audience. Don't know about KKK or Cat Boys, but I'm sure that everybody has a Nazi in their audience. At least one. You know, if you've got more than 100 viewers, you probably have one. I don't know. Please don't out yourself as a Nazi in my chat. All right, I would appreciate it if you didn't. But it's just like, why are you... I don't get this. The leftist can't meme? Yeah. I'm trying to ascribe value to something that literally has no real value. I'm going to be honest with you. So I should stop trying to look for it. But, like, this is just a retarded joke in my personal opinion.
This summarizes the average Tomoe fan, who I had to constantly deal with the last few days in my comments. If you are claiming other people cannot...
Okay, do you want to know why you dealt with them? Because you said that stupid-ass shit. If you're upset that, like... her fans came to defend you without her asking, by the way, maybe you shouldn't give what a lot of people would consider a death threat. Blame Canada, blame Canada. Yes. Blame Canada, indeed.
Take a joke, and then you cannot take a joke. You are a fucking idiot. What's even more impressive is that you refuse to denounce anyone because that would hurt your bottom line. You refuse to say anything because, again, it would ruin your bottom line.
We're gonna go back 10 seconds after this place. Thank you.
The landlords have been tipped $10 by @internetsin master 8952 a Hassan disrespecter. Dainty fella best call out ever. Also, the brat calling Tomoe a nationalist and then getting offended when people are mocking your country. Hypocrite much? Pity the fool for his country lacking a soul.
Yeah, I would say so. And I'm sure that they had a soul at one point, but they lost it quite a long time ago because they just want... Literally, Canada is what you see the left do when it comes to Trump. And I again, people are gonna think I sound like I'm fucking conservative when I'm not, but it's just like all the left is these days is just, oh, we're gonna be better than these guys. And it's just like, my man, what's your policy? What are you gonna do? What are you running on? Oh, we're just gonna be better than those guys. And it's just like, that's what Canada is. Canada runs on the idea that they are just gonna be better than America. That's like, that's all I know about Canada, is their politics are, we're gonna be better than America, and they aren't better at anything. I don't care about your universal health care, man. I really fucking don't. I've heard the horror stories of the people that live over in your country that have to wait months for shit. So I really don't care if you have free health care, because you don't get to fucking use it. At least not for shit that fucking matters. I don't care about over-the-counter stuff. I'm sure some people do, but like... I just... That's all I see Canada is they're just, oh, we're just going to be better than the guys right below us. And it's just like... That's not like a way to live, in my personal opinion. You actually have to put value into something. Otherwise, you're going to get resentment and you're going to lead to 2016 and 2020 fucking 4. So, if I wanted cheap meds, I'd go to Mexico. Yeah, me too. When I used to live in San Diego, that's what I did do. When I went into, when I lived in San Diego, I went to Mexico for a lot of different things. Got a lot of cheap work done, you know? Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Take a joke, and then you cannot take a joke. You are a fucking idiot. What's even more impressive is that you refuse to denounce anyone because that would hurt your bottom line. You refuse to say anything.
Are you going to say this to all of the big VTubers that you like? All right? Are you just going to call, like, again, I understand that Tomoe Umari is in the army, and she's an army VTuber. Which, again, they're not allowed to talk about politics, because that could get them kicked out, from what I hear. Are you going to go after other VTubers that are big in the scene? Are you going to go after all of the big industry people? No, you're not going to go after the big industry people, because you don't want to... You don't want to have the potential of getting clapped back by somebody that actually has a gigantic audience that will say, fuck you. I fucking hate people like this. Oh. And like, I am not going to shame anybody, but it's just like, again, Tomoe Umari, like, I'm sure that she makes some money from streaming, but again, she's active duty military. I feel like if she actually wanted to make quote unquote money, she probably would try and retire so that she could stream full time. I think she's more at a detriment by continuing to be in the fucking military. So it's just like this argument is dumb to me. My personal opinion, I feel like she does worse as a streamer because she still is active military, because there are times where she has to cancel what she's doing because she's busy. She's serving the country. She's been contemplating that. I mean, if she does that and goes straight to just streaming, cool. Well, then I'm sure that people will support her if she goes full-time content creation, you know? She doesn't like being in the military? I can believe that too. Thank you, a cosmic otaku for the raid. Very much appreciated. No, I could believe that. If she wants to quit the military and go into straight, if she wants to just go into straight streaming, I'm sure that she would make money out of that. Then his argument would probably have a little bit more weight on that, but I still think that it would be retarded, you know? I still think it would be stupid, you know? So anyway, let's continue.
Because again, it would ruin your bottom line. And you're also scared that if you have your true feelings out there, you would lose a majority of your audience. You appeal to everybody because you have no real...
Again, literally, that is every fucking VTuber that is big or streamer that is not willing to get into all of the politics. All right? I'm just like, that applies to literally everybody.
The landlords
Thank
have
you.
tipped 25 Canadian dollars.
Canadian?
Do we
have a defector in the chat right now?
The problem with the talk of annexation caused the boomers in Canada to all vote for our Liberal Party in the most recent election. Despite the last decade of failed Liberal policy that has caused the death of Canada.
I'm sorry to hear that. You sound like a defector right now. We might, you're allowed to be here. I appreciate you. Is this the dude putting his feelings out there right now by malding for 4 minutes, turning off comments, and projecting? Yes. Yes, pretty much. It is. It is. It is.
Opinions of your own. The only thing you do care about when it comes to representing your country is how much money it could generate for you.
I don't care where you're from or what you stand for. Everybody in my community is welcome. I don't care what the fuck you are or what you do with your life, as long as you're courteous and... Damn,
man, that sounds very nice. Doesn't sound like, you know, compared to some of the other streamers that are more right-leaning, and I really don't know what her opinions are, and I don't give a shit, but compared to some of the other right-leaning streamers, that's very nice of her. That's very middle of the road, very, I just am here to have fun, and you should be here to have fun with me. I think he's showing off some of the people on Twitter, and again, like, I don't think I have to say it, but like Twitter isn't real life. Twitter isn't real fucking life. And I'm sure that if she saw it, she would denounce it. All right. So I think this guy is, again, fucking retarded.
Kind to those around you, you are welcome in the Army, right?
You can't even muster up the courage to say that you don't want your...
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything, but damn, that was a meme right there.
Country to murder its civilians. It's not a political take to have empathy for your countrymen. You use your platform to be an ignorant airhead, and you are arrogant.
Man, these people haven't lived real life. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of these people just don't live real life.
And that nothing you say will matter for you. You don't use your community or platform to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, or provide for the common defense.
Okay, what the fuck are you doing? You're... Mate, that's not her fucking job. What the fuck? Her job is not to promote that shit as a VTuber. Her job is to be here at Challenge. When was the last time? Oh my gosh. When was the last time? When did that get put into the VTubers like code of conduct? I must have missed that update. You know, I must have missed the update where we're supposed to like be activists on stream. That's a new one. I didn't know about that. Murder of civilians is bad. Tell me about Maid. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Oh gosh.
The oath you promised to uphold when you started to serve your country has now become obsolete in the grand scheme of things. You watch as your government continues to beat down and kill your civilians, and still you say nothing, and still you do
Because it's not her job to say anything.
nothing. If you wish to be an actual patriot, you would stand with your countrymen. Fuck ICE, fuck Trump, and fuck you, Tomoe.
You're not even fucking American! So shut up! Your opinion is so low. Alright? I don't fucking care about what a man with the fucking Canadian flag on his shirt has to say. I don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit. This man is so fucking retarded. What's funny is I looked at his channel. That's one of his, that's like, okay, he doesn't make very many videos. It seems like he started streaming like a year ago. Oh, does he mostly stream on Twitch? I think he's mostly a Twitch streamer. Yeah, he's mostly a Twitch streamer. Here, let me see. Ah! Hold on a moment. Okay. Okay. Does he have? No. Okay. So this is his YouTube channel. He doesn't have very many videos. That was his best performing video. You can probably tell why. He has shorts. Shorts is his most popular format where he's gotten the most consistent viewership. He has streamed once. So what this tells you is he's a Twitch streamer. I was going to go to his Twitch page, but I guess it got suspended. I don't know if this is his current one. I have no idea. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Does he actually have another channel? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, he has a Fansly, so he's a whore. Okay, understood. He's a Patreon. Yeah, his only Twitch has been suspended. Let's see. He has not blocked me on Blue Sky. However, I will not be showing it off because, like, literally the first thing on it is porn. Lovely.
The landlords have been tipped $20 by @InternetZenMaster8952 a Hassan disrespecter. Use your community. What does he think Tomoe is? NYC Mayor Zoran Mamdani? Why are VTubers supposed to embrace the warmth of collectivism?
Who knows?
Actually, Tomoe would be a better mayor for NYC than Mamdani TBH.
I don't know. She would make sure that there were no cars and only horses. Maybe they'd vote for that, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, he is technically on Blue Sky, it looks like, a little bit. I'm not going to show his account because it's got porn on it. However, I will show this off. The one thing he's trying to call himself a rage baiter. Oh, let me adjust my model a little bit. Thank you.
Lol. Lamau.
Raffleven, indeed. Indeed. He considers himself a rage baiter, chat. So, are you telling me that this video right here is just you rage baiting? He's not. That rage bait implies that it's not supposed to be serious and that you're doing that just for attention. Okay. Okay. You know what's funny is that sounds about right for most femboys. That sounds about right for most femboys. So, you know, you can do your rage baiting shit that you do on Twitter. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Be a rage baiter bitch that got suspended on fucking Twitch. That is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna put that deeper in. And okay. Actually, I might save that for the end, or maybe I won't even talk about it tonight. We'll see. Let's see. Chat, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. The next thing was going to be Tectone, but I want to talk about something else first. All right, so give me a moment. Let me put some things up in front. Okay, and we will talk about Tectone tonight. Enfield got an event going on under past missions in 12 hours. Okay. Sounds good. Let me make sure that I got everything I want to talk about. Burnt Peanut. Well, we will be talking about Burnt Peanut too, but not tonight. Or excuse me, we will talk about it tonight, just not right now. No, I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to rant about something. I hope you guys are okay with that. Tectone's weak old fish news. I am only going to mention it very, not briefly, but I'm going to mention it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my apologies. Okay, so if you watched, all right, if you watched Under the Tea yesterday, we had Celestium on. In fact, here, hold on a moment. Actually, I don't need to do that. I made the fucking thumbnail. I can just bring up the picture. Give me a moment. There we go. All right. So, yesterday we had Under the Tea. We had Celestium on with us. Okay. And why did we have Celestium on? Well, Celestium got in trouble again. I don't know how or why. The devil has decided to give her so many fucking retards. So many fucking retards that that just are dumb. But she's been under fire. You know? So we're gonna talk about it. Last night we read a Google Doc, or not even a Google Doc. It was a Microsoft Word doc. I didn't even know you could do this, where Microsoft Word could be posted online. But this fucking retard, all right? This fucking retard, who I've been told might not even be Christian. He might just be LARPing as a Christian. Made a Google Doc on her because he doesn't like her. And the reasons why he doesn't like her is very stupid. A lot of it has to do with the fact that she's not a good Christian in his personal opinion. So he wrote a Google Doc on her. Well, here, let me see if I can get the original one. He also tweets fucking so much. Oh, it finally got 1 like. I bet I know who actually liked it. He actually hates her fiance. Well, I'll get there. So this was the tweet. Now, chat, I don't think I've ever seen a tweet that has been ratioed as hard as this. This man made a Google Doc. It was really piss poor. We're not going to read it. for other reasons. All right, for other reasons. We're not going to read it. It got a bunch of retweets. A lot of those are quotes. I know one or two of them are mine. He got over 100 replies. 22 people bookmarked it. And within the last 12 hours, one fucking tard has liked it. One person has liked it. Only one. Just one. And so many people have dogged on this man. All right. All right. You've got all of the people that we all know. You know, we've got Ava, Sparky twice. It looks like you got Luark there. Nikto. I was kind of surprised to see Nikto comment on this, but like that's when I see people like him comment on it, it feels like it's kind of just left the stratosphere, you know. But there are some people that commented on this where it's just like a lot of people have reasons to dislike Celestium. I think a lot of them are very cringe and gay. But like so many people came in and said you're fucking stupid, and it was just really nice to see that all of these people were touched by Celestium in such a positive way. Well, this man, if you can believe it, made a second. All right, here, let me pull up the tweet. Let me pull up. Let me get the tweet here because this is just insane in my personal opinion. Where is it? Oh, did he? Where's the second one? I had the tweet. Did he delete the tweet? There, no, it's not the second tweet or the second one, but that's the talking that there's a second one happening. Here, basically, he said that he was gonna do a second, even more gay and even more retarded Google Doc. All right. This man's Google Docs are so gay that they're sinning, basically. And so he basically was saying he's making a second one. And so, chat, believe it or not,
they want to make an apology? Google Docky.
We got a micro docky.
At Internatson Master 8952 tipped $5 to the lost cause. Sir, a second Bing Docky will hit the tower?
Yes. You know what we need? Somebody needs to get on this, all right? I am challenging one of you in chat to make this. I need a meme. I need the Bush meme where it's just like a second plane has hit the tower. Only it's Celestium. And anybody that you want, all right? Anybody that you want. Just being like, another Google Doc has hit the tower or some shit like that. Just like get a surprise Celestium face and have either me or somebody else saying, hey, a second Google Docky has hit the tower. It'd be hilarious. So this man made another Google Doc. I have skimmed through it. Most of it is exactly the same. So I'm not going to read most of it because it is all fucking gay. This shit is gay. All right. I feel like a child wrote this shit. All right. That's how bad this is. But what we are going to do is he included. He included some extra stuff. We're going to read the extra stuff. Okay. I do think he like puts in there where he's updated. So we're gonna go to those spots specifically. What is this giant font size? I have no idea what he wrote it in. I really don't care. But so yeah. So here are her accusations that are updated. This I believe is the one that is updated. Oh, and this one. So last night when we first read this, he accused her of witchcraft. Okay. He's admitting now that there is no proof. And I'm pretty sure she even said last night that she's not done witchcraft. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care either way. All right, I don't care. I think it's funny. I just thought that was a funny thing to include. I don't know who told this retard that. I have some ideas, but I don't know who told this retard. And then the gossiping about other people was addressed by another person. So we're gonna skip through a lot of this, all right? Because again, all of this doesn't matter at all. All right, let's see. Oh, is this? Okay, oh, I love that. He mentions that this wasn't even mentioned in the first one here. The VRC crash incident. Oh, man. This looks interesting. We'll go through this. On October 21st, 2024, while streaming VR chat, Celestium's stream allegedly came to a full stop after someone initiated a crasher, which is sound or an extreme shader capable of crashing a user's device gaming completely. So she was the victim, it sounds like. That sounds like a victim. She's a victim, it sounds like, then, of somebody being gay and retarded. An image shown was a disturbing symbol with the text in a font that says stop streaming. Okay, so she's a victim. I don't know why you're including this. In the back is a link to a Discord server which couldn't be identified. This is due to a response by the Roblox incident, but the culprit was never found. How do you know that was by the Roblox people? How do you know that? Is that like, did somebody come out and like, they like do the whole terrorist, we take responsibility for this kind of thing, and like we are terrorizing you on behalf of the Roblox LGBTQ. Sounds so bad. That sounds so fucking bad. I'm not gonna watch the clip, by the way. My comments. This is so dumb. I see this hack as one of the strangest and most disturbing hacks of all time. This is technically my first time seeing something like that in VR chat. I mostly see hackers on Roblox doing similar stuff like this, but not as disturbing as this. I did investigate this myself and found out that the group created this type of hack. I'm not an expert on this type of stuff, but I had investigated similar hacks like this, but not disturbing. Why did you include this fucking stupid shit? I don't care. You're just painting her as a victim, which she is. Doing that kind of shit is, I don't think it's, I'm pretty sure that's not illegal, but like being an asshole for the pure fact that she was talking about Christ. Okay. I don't even know why this is in the doc, you know. I think that's dumb. Let's see. Oh, I see what he is saying here. If Celestium didn't use these verses, none of this insanity. Okay, so you're blaming. Oh, fuck, I hate this. He's victim blaming, if you want to say that.
The landlords have been tipped $10 by
victim blaming is one of those.
Thank
you for the 10.
Disrespecter. I mean, have you seen the robes of Eastern Orthodox monks? They look like wizards, man. They must practice sorcery. But yeah, Celeste being accused of witchcraft was ridiculous.
Gosh, damn. I hate this. Classic victim blaming. So this is the part I really wanted to read. All right. This is the point where I was like, oh, this is like... Chat, there's autism. All right. There's my level of autism. All right. I'm not going to brag about my level of autism because I feel like my fruits are good enough. But then you have below me. All right. Below me. Okay. I see your text, Sparky. Thank you for the 2. I see them. Don't worry. I'm monitoring them. I'm like going through. Don't mess with my groove, dude. I need to make that as a clip. You threw off my groove. But this here is like why I'm bringing this up. All right. This is a level of autism that you really only see in people that should not be on the internet. All right. So I'm going to say this right now. This individual, all right, this Inazuka guy needs to not be on the internet. I don't know how old this person is. This just reads like a child that has access to Facebook and is battling other people because their view on God is different from his view on God. Okay? That's what this sounds like to me right here. He sounds like a fucking child. And I need to know where his parents are. Okay? Okay? So, let's read this. My religion story. So, this is his story. First of all, I was born and raised right here in the United States of America by a family that is not with any religion at all. I also had a bunch of friends, both atheists and Christians at the time. When I got around to my teenagers, I decided that I wanted to give Christianity a go and see what I'll learn from being in that religion. That's when I started going to church to attend services on Sunday. Sorry, I'm trying to correct what this guy is saying. My brain is like short-circuiting right now. So I was doing what I'm supposed to do and all that stuff until there was this day on Halloween where people forced me to perform a mockery of Jesus on the cross. They legit had me wearing a costume that resembles him, so I did it and they started saying some mockery comments at me. 3 days after, I decided to stop going to church and just go be myself. I also departed from that religion, so... Which religion? Christianity or... I stayed being an atheist for TBE longest time. I ignored street preachers. I never studied the Bible. I stopped doing prayers and I stopped repenting completely. This went on until I hit 30 years old. I do not believe that he is 30. I am no longer with my parents. If you are actually 30, that's good. That's good. I'm going to be honest with you. That's good. I'm glad you're no longer with your parents. Oh, I'm no longer with my parents because they decided to let me go because I never honored them in my life. You broke up with their parents. I moved into my own place and lived alone. I also started working for a job too. A good one. Then a friend wanted me to make a decision if I want to return to being religious again. So I did. I did and became an Eastern Orthodox type Christian, but in a light format. That's not how you spell light in the proper context. And now here we are. You're capitalizing. Why are you capitalizing? Why does it did the whole fucking thing? What the hell? It's not one letter. Here we are. I'm still an Eastern Orthodox Christian and just living my life as usual. Oh my gosh. Sorry, chat. I forgot that it gets worse. My issues. I had experienced many issues in the past and the present that you may still see unexpectedly. I'm definitely hoping I don't see them, I'm going to be honest. Corruption. I feel like hit like if you haven't yet already. Hit like for this weird Christian roleplay LARP that this guy is doing. I was hit by a bad actor back in early 2024. I don't recall who it is, but all I can... then how do you know they were a bad actor? All I can remember is that I was manipulated into doing things that could be considered insane. Not illegal, just insane. As of now, I've fully recovered from that issue since late 2025. Again, capitalizing words that don't need to be capitalized. Alcohol issues. Ever since I was 28, I've been struggling with managing my alcohol intake throughout the years. I still drink, but in moderation nowadays. I'm expected to be checked again soon to see how I'm doing in that part. Wait, was he arrested for drinking? That's definitely an admittance right there. Why? Who's checking you for your alcohol intake? The only person that I would know that would do that. Well, okay, technically there's two. There's therapists when you're going to addiction recovery, and there's cops. Which one do you have, sir? Technically, he could have both. Oh, fuck. I'm trying not to spit out my water. By the way, this is about Celestium. Again. This is about Celestium. Why are we taking the time to hear your story in the middle of a call-out doc? Hey, this is the end of the call-out doc, I'm pretty sure. Oh, anger issue! Okay. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Does this guy have a picture of his anime avatar? No, he doesn't. The closest we got is this. Okay. This is very mean of me. This is very, very mean of me. I don't care. All right. While I continue to read chat, I'm just gonna have his picture up on screen so that you can imagine that this is what's telling you this. This is who's talking about their anger issues. Oh, and hacking, I guess. So, I need you to visualize this face as I'm reading this to you. I don't know if this is like actually their model or if this is an anime character. I have no idea. Anger issues. I have some small anger issues since I was 26. Sparky, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. When provoked, you may see me post something in caps or see me go berserk on people who just want to push my buttons. He was going insano style on Celestium. I went violent once, but ever since that time, I try to stop myself before crashing out. So far, I still keep it in check. He goes demon mode. You know what? I changed my mind. I changed my mind. Give me a moment. I changed my mind. Chat. While I'm reading this, this is who you're supposed to visualize. All right? Who gives a fuck about this guy? All right? This is who you're supposed to imagine reading this. He's going demon mode. Oh, fuck. You won't want to be near him when he's angry? No. Hacking. You may be wondering why I would use hacks and cheats in games. Well, I do for all kinds of stuff. I do these to perform experiments, help myself get into areas where I'm not supposed to be in. I put up a picture of Ned Flanders. No, this is good enough. Ned Flanders wouldn't write this. All right, Ned Flanders would just let Celestium listen. If Ned Flanders and Celestium were in a room, he would worship the ground she's on because Celestium is like a Christian. Is really good. All right, Ned Flanders wouldn't do this. Oh, fuck. What are we reading? Yes. Holy shit. To get items and characters I wanted and to mess around sometimes. I had cheated in games like Blue Archive, Roblox, Genshin Impact, and Honkai Star Rail. I did do this on Fortnite once, and ever since then, never did it again because I don't want Epic moderating me over it. I've done it on COD, but for a short time before they added anti-cheat software to it. Again, this is a... Chat, this Google Doc is about this girl. I'm getting this motherfucker's life story because this girl preached the gospel in fucking Roblox. This fucking creature preached Christianity in Roblox once. And now it has led to so much autism. Okay? Is that her yippee? Yeah. It was made by Ari. It's one of her yippies. Dude, Celestium is like a content maker, man, and she's not doing anything. Celestium just like makes content without doing anything because people mauled so much that they just give free shit out to laugh at. Please, Celestium, keep being you. Don't fucking change at all. because this is great. Man, it's an animal. I'm sorry, I just imagined Miss Kip when you said that. Because Miss Kip does act like an animal, I'm gonna be honest. I'm crying. Holy shit, this is the most unhinged thing. Listen, I've read unhinged Google Docs before. Oh, alright. I've read some unhinged fucking bullshit. Oh, fuck. This is amazing. Oh, fuck, I'm crying. Okay, let's continue. I've done it on GTA Online with mods. Okay, that definitely sounds weird out of context.
The landlords have been tipped $10 by @InternetZenMaster8950 to a Hassan disrespecter. Squeaking more Pegasus voice, demon time. I'm going demon time. Take me seriously. Also, why is he treating this micro-docu like he's in the church's confessional?
I don't know, maybe he thinks that Celestium is going to be the one that like listens and forgives him or some shit like that. I don't know. It's by the grace of God and his restraining angels that this pillar of rage hasn't said mean words at this pink witch. Yeah, this pink witch. Celestium, after your ice outfit, you need a witch's hat for your model, all right? And a little potion. Actually, even better. You need a witch's hat, and then you need a Kool-Aid jug that's made out of, like, a legally distinct Kool-Aid man. And you can just say that that's your magic potion, but it's just got Kool-Aid in it. Or legally distinct Kool-Aid. And that you can be a witch. You can be a witch, Celestium. It's perfect. Just get legally distinct Kool-Aid and legally distinct Kool-Aid man. Oh, fuck. That would be amazing. I need that to happen. Okay? Oh, fuck. I love how I'm not even focused on this anymore. Alright, let's continue. I've done it on mods online. I've done it on GTA Online with mods, but got put in a bad sport lobby for a short time until it put me back in a normal lobby, and I never did again afterwards. I did use private server versions of Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact to test out characters before I pulled for them in the real version of the game. Oh, fuck. I guess Miska ran away. My dislikes on different shows or movies. I've seen many shows and movies throughout my time, and there's a ton I'll say on. Some of them I'll mention. The Andy Griffith Show, why is he mentioning fucking... This is like we're on season 5 of Stranger Things, and like the main plot is so far divorced from what people are actually doing. It's just like, you've got the main goal over there. We gotta stop Vecna in the upside down. But like 3 or 4 layers up over here, you've got all this other shit that they're doing and all these other things. And you've got Will saying, I don't like girls. And it's just like, motherfucker, do you realize how many steps we have to walk before it's okay for you to bring that up in the show? It's just like, why the fuck are you bringing up the Andy Griffith Show? Don't bring Andy Griffith into this. Okay. Why do we need to know what you watch? Yeah.
Because it's a lost cause.
At the Professor King 1911 tipped $5 to the lost cause. I'm here on a Friday night listening to MommaOcco loses to Darcy is not how I thought it would be, but it did be that
yeah.
way.
I feel like I lost it less over the fucking Cinder Doc.
$5 for more hats. Sar. This is a Wendy Sar. What does this have to do with your order, Sar?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Holy shit, that's amazing. Oh, man. The Andy Griffith Show. Thank you for the 5 for both of you. This show came out back in 1960s. I started watching it when I was 20. But when I saw the episode OP loves Helen, it flopped. Hold on. Is he going to explain it? No, he's not going to explain it. I have no idea what this is. All right, Google, tell me what this episode is. Dive into AI mode. This show is so old, I don't think you guys mind if there's spoilers for the Andy Griffith show. You'll forget about it by the time you actually get to it if you do. All right. I have asked Google what this episode is about. Oh, it's from season 5. Let's see here. The plot follows young Opie Taylor as he develops a major crush on his teacher, Helen Crump. Okay, so kid loves teacher. While practicing dancing in class, Opie's regular partner is absent, so Helen dances with him. Opie immediately falls for her and begins trying to romance her, unaware that she is actually his father's girlfriend. Okay, that's kind of funny. I'm sure in the 60s that was really funny, actually. Bad advice. Opie asks Andy for advice on how to tell a girl he likes her. Andy, not realizing the girl is Helen, suggests acting natural, maybe getting her a small gift. Barney seeking a more romantic flair. Opie turns to Barney. Barney recommends reading poetry to her over the phone. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Opie uses his savings to buy a grown-up gift, nylon stockings from Miss Primrose's shop. Andy intercedes, explaining that stockings are too personal and suggests something more appropriate like flowers. Barney is the first to realize the truth when he hears Opie practicing poetry for Miss Crump. He practically tells Andy, who is initially amused but then realizes he has to clear things up. Andy visits Helen while Opie is there and gently informs his son that Helen is his girl. To Andy's surprise, Opie isn't upset. He's actually pleased to learn that Helen might one day be part of his family. And this made you not want to watch the show? Are you fucking kidding me? That sounds amazing. Don't you see Celestium is his Helen Crump? Oh my god. If that's what he says in here, I will lose it. Oh, this dude reminds me of some of the kids I knew when my parents had me in homeschooling groups. Most kids were normal or had disabilities that one-on-one care or help, but some kids were super sheltered, ultra-religious types, and were just really weird. Yeah. You know, I don't think I was super-duper sheltered, but I was Mormon. Granted, most Mormons are normal. Most of them. See, I was like not... I was social in church, but that was about it because, you know, autistic kids fucking hate the world and they don't know how to... Unless like they're gifted the gift of talking, they don't like interacting with the world. Yeah, excuse me. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't given that gift until way later. So, you know. Let's see here. After seeing that episode, I never watched the show again and just hated it because of it. So I just say that I will never watch another series or movie with the actor Andy Griffith ever again. I think he's way too Christian to even be part of a TV show like that. Link to the image. Hold on. I kind of want to see this image. What is this? Oh! This is what turned him off? Dude, this is definitely a kid. It's definitely a child, man. I'm sicking in bed and this is killing me. I'm sorry. I hope it's helping you feel better. This is amazing. This turned this man off of the show. Excuse me, I think this is a kid. Mormons, I keep getting ads from them. Most of them are alright. Some of them are interesting. Oh, gosh. Anyway, this is why he refuses to watch Andy Griffith. Conclusion. So now we're at the end. That's a ton of things I have to say. Celestium is... So now we're back to fucking Celestium. You know, I feel like we were on a side quest there. That was a side quest. Thank you, Overture Saint, for being here for 7 months. I appreciate that. The Yippies under the table appreciate you. Celestium is just a Christian that doesn't know faith too well. The person who did the whole crash thing in 2024. The person who did the whole crash thing in 2024, I was right of what it said. What? She should definitely just graduate. What in the Kirsch-esque tangent was that? You're right, that was a Kirsch level tangent. Although I'm pretty sure Kirsch doesn't sound that mentally retarded. You know? Oh, sorry. I'm pretty sure Kirsch doesn't sound like so mentally stunted that you actually have to question what you were reading. Pretty sure Kirsch actually can articulate herself just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know? Oh, holy fuck, man. That was the best episode of that show from what I remember. Well, I've not watched it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but because, you know, I was not a kid that, like, had traditional TV, that was one that I just didn't watch. Anyway. So, you know, Maria Grace, one of the VTubers that he mentioned, they made this. They made a good meme. Very simple. It was very good. It was very good. But that I wish that was all of it. Chat. I wish that was all of it. It is not all of it. It is not, unfortunately, all. So, last night, Celestium realized that one of the things that he mentions in his doc, and I think it's only in the first one. Yeah, I think it's only in the first one. Is that she has had problems with sinning. And we learned last night from Celestium where these DMs came from. And according to Celestium, and I'm being told that this is like being denied right now. But according to Celestium, those DMs came from Shiro. You guys might know Shiro1, as somebody that was on my stream once or twice. I really don't need to relitigate everything that happened with that. There was a whole shit show where a whole bunch of people threw out a Google Doc, and it kind of blew up my previous organization, but I don't care about that. That's kind of just like way past the fact. I figured out where I messed up. Oh, is it not from Shiro? If it's not from Shiro, fair. I'll retract immediately. Hold on a moment. Don't want to get this wrong since I'm getting the hot goss right now. While we're waiting, thank you for the 10.
The landlords have been tipped $10 by @Overture Saint 2391, a Hassan disrespecter. Out of the blue while playing Enfield, I suddenly remember that Gilbert Gottfried read some excerpts from 50 Shades of Grey as a bit. Why do I remember these things all of a sudden?
Let's see. Remember that Gilbert Gottfried read some excerpts from 50 Shades of Grey as a bit. Why do I... I don't know. That's a good question. That is a good question. So, Celestium did tell me that the DMs that this man put in the original doc were from Shiro. she's maintaining that, so I'll believe her. Celestium is a friend of mine. I trust her enough. You know, Shiro wants to prove her wrong. She can, you know, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, so like I said last night, well, I'll restart here. We'll turn it back and get back on. While we were reading this Google Doc, not the one that we just read that made my brain melt a little bit, but the one last night, okay, there were some DMs from Celestium where she talks about her own struggles. Because spoiler alert, you're all fucking humans. All of you are dirty fucking sinners. All right, I'm not just saying that to make you laugh. We're all dirty fucking sinners. And Celestium, she's got her own things that she's working through. And you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. Because dirty fucking sinners were sent here. Dirty fucking sinners were sent here to learn. Okay? Shiro has a tweet where she admitted it. I'd like to see that tweet, please. But those messages were used to try and paint Celestium as a horrible person, which doesn't make any sense because the whole point of Christianity is acknowledging that you are a fucking sinner and that sinners move on with their own fucking life. Sorry, I'm just like it's so bizarre. It pisses me off. Ah, fuck. But when she realized who had given those messages to this guy, Celestium said this.
Obviously, Occo is
thank
very
you
careful
for the
because
5.
it's a lost cause.
At Internet's in Master 8952 tipped $5 to the lost cause. Oh yes, the fake Deacon the Dong was involved in this, wasn't he? Or did he just butt in as per usual?
I don't know. I'm going to talk about him in a moment. I'm going to be talking about him briefly for a moment. Soon. But I have no idea, honestly. We're going to talk about this first. Celestium told me there was a brief correction about this that she needed to make, and she sent it to me. But anyway, we're going to go through this. So, this is what she says. I didn't want to mention you, Shiro, but you clearly didn't care to keep our DMs private and gave them over to someone who's been actively stalking me for 2 months. I was concerned about your walk with Christ because I cared about you. No, you'd rather slander me because I told you it wasn't wise to be so openly sexual and to not post sex toys for people to see. Not only that, before my Dragon's Treasure Tea collab with the Kemi, you had called me a whore and Lord knows what other lies. I found out as I saw you talk badly about Straub last summer. You have zero remorse for the damage you've caused me, but even now, I'll be praying for you. And I guess that that's not true. But she sent me basically a picture. I don't know if I'm allowed to show this picture, but that might not be true that she called Celestium a whore. Because Kemi is the one who claimed that, basically. So the calling of whore might not be true. But the sharing of DMs is true. And again, I believe Celestium, all right? I have no reason not to. And if Shiro wants to disprove that, she can throw them out there. I was told I could share this. I think this is in the Dragon's Treasure Tea Discord. I have no idea. Oh, never mind. It was a Kemi server. So right up here, Celestium called Shiro a whore. Listen, I am an imperfect being. All of us are imperfect beings, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Shiro, even if you're not a whore, you're acting like an attention whore, woman. You're acting like an attention whore with how you're choosing to be. And because you want the attention so much, I'm just going to give it to you on stream for a couple of minutes. Anyway, let me jump back. Here. So, you might notice this is a picture. Well, it is a picture because the dong of everything replied to this. And by the way, I don't think outside of the last time I talked about this. I don't think I've really ever talked about the Don. And really, after today, there's no reason for me to, because he's not interesting for me at all. He is like literally boring. But I'll mention him for a couple minutes because he decided to be stupid today. So, she says this. The Dong replies by saying, I gotta put on a voice. Celestium, I believe you have been misinformed somewhere. Christ works in many mysterious ways. We all make mistakes, but I don't believe any mistakes were made here. And Celestium told me that at this point she just blocked him. And let me tell you, Dong, she has been so nice by just not acknowledging you. Blocking you as I believe that this is the last, because Celestium doesn't block people unless like you actively like harass her or like you are very, very, very rude to her or stupid. I don't think Celestium just blocks people because it's just who she is. So the fact that you got blocked by her is fucking hilarious. Did I just call him the Dong? Yes, and I'm going to continue calling him the Dong because he is acting really stupid. So she blocked him. He can no longer at her. Very hilarious. Very funny. Very, very hilarious and funny. Okay. So the reason why these are pictures is because this comes from him himself. Oh, by the way, I have him blocked too because I really don't want him interacting on my posts. And I don't want this individual who I think is a chaser and a drama whore, or attempting to be a drama whore. I don't want this person interacting with me because he is a fucking retard and a moron. Okay. There's a lot of things that people say about him. I don't really know how true they are because I don't really keep up with him because he is annoying and boring.
Obviously,
but yeah, I'm just going to stick to that.
At Internet's and Master 8952 tipped $5
Thank you
to the lost cause.
for the 5.
The fake Deacon, the LARPer, the Heed, the fraud, the Dong. Hey Dong, here's a Bible verse for you, Luke 18:9-14. You are the Pharisee.
Ooh, I might have to pull that up. Yeah, people are alleging that he is a fake deacon, and people have thrown things out to show it. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really caring to look through that right now. You know, if he's not actually a deacon, if he's lying about it, you know, that's on him. That's between him and God, in my personal opinion. It's a pretty, like, you know, as somebody who has been in positions of power in his faith, that is a pretty shitty thing to lie about. Because guess what? It is a sin to claim that you have positions of power. Lying is a sin, all right? Lying is a sin. And then claiming you're in a position of power in God's church, or what you believe to be in God's church, is also a sin. So if you are lying about that, that is a pretty hilarious thing to lie about. It's ironic. I hope you're not lying about it. It would be nice if you were just a shitty deacon. But like the fact, if you are actually fucking lying about it, man, that's hilarious. I'm not going to call you a faker because I don't actually know for sure. And I haven't looked into what people have like made claims on, but that's just, if it's true, it's hilarious. It's just hilarious. Anyway. He starts out this by saying, Celestium, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt here in my reply, and you blocked me even though we were, by my recollection, friends, so number 32. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So chat. Oh, excuse me, give me one moment. I had to cough there for a moment. This man, when he finds out you blocked him, is so autistic that he has to make a list. He's like Santa, but he's a deacon, okay? All right? He's making a list of everybody who's blocked him, and he's writing down very meticulous notes for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's quite an undertaking. Because if I wrote down notes for every person that blocked me like that, I would probably have written a novel by now that I could sell. I just... This man is, like, the amount of terminally online, all right? Excuse me. The amount of terminally online that you have to be, that you dedicate time out of your day. And I'm saying this, by the way, as somebody who used to be terminally online as a teenager and roleplayed and was cringy and retarded, all right? All right? I'm not saying, like, I'm a completely, like, sinless individual in this. I'm just saying this is terminally online retarded shit right here. All right? This is a waste of your time. All right? Listen, this is a waste of your time. All right? You could be doing anything else. All right? Instead of, like, spending all of your time on Twitter. Because I know that he spends all day on Twitter. He spends all day on Twitter chasing after trans people, chasing after individuals, pretending that he's, like, some sort of spiritual guy. When all he does is just, like, he's just, like, on Twitter all the time. I don't know what this man eat, drinks, or thinks. All I do is see him on Twitter all the fucking time. Okay? That's just how terminally online I've seen this man be. All right? Anyway, let's continue. Shiro has already made it clear she didn't want to be dragged into this publicly and denies the heavy claims. I imagine the only claim that, like, that she is denying... I think she's denying all of it. But then she had to mark it down to denying the whore stuff. So, he's a Niara simp. She blocked him, I think. So, I don't think he's a simp anymore. Because I heard that he made a post about her as well. So, I don't think he's a Niara simp any further. You wanna know what's funny? Up until up until like a week or two ago, I know he followed me. Because somebody showed me. They're like, Akko, did you know he follows you? And I'm like, no. Literally, I've had this man on mute ever since December. So I have no idea what this man is saying. The only time I get updates is when, like, people in Discord say, hey, look at this man being a fucking moron. Niara unblocked him. Okay. 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 Keep chasing them, man. I don't think that they're into conservatives, but you go off it. You go off it. Anyway. He continues by saying, I don't believe Shiro would call you specifically a whore, or would she badmouth Darling Straub if you're airing this for accountability? Be ready to be crucified for it. Jeez, this man is a fucking heretic, man. I'm not saying that as a perfect Christian. I'm saying that as in my righteous indignation, this man is a fucking heretic. Please do share screenshots or timestamps or even testimonials of these or alleged DM shares to your stalker. Additionally, which VTuber did you get this information from? You know as well as I aren't trusted, so please name them. Motherfucker. She knows who her DMs are with. She probably checked her DMs with fucking Shiro just to double check. It was like, yep, Shiro texted these. How else could these have gotten in a Google Doc that wasn't written by Shiro? Oh, you know what? If Shiro gave them over. And you want to know how I know that Shiro gave them over? Okay, whoever sent me this. What the fuck did I just do to my window? What the fuck did I just do to my window? Why is my whole screen like zoomed in there? Huh. Hold on one moment. Let me see if I can get temp because my whole screen zoomed in. Temp, you have permission to log in. Fix my screen, please. Why did it do that? How did I even do that? I didn't even know you could like zoom in like this. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh. Sorry, chat. All right, there we go. My apologies. Listen. When the Don reacts to this, he is more than welcome to laugh at that, but like that is the only thing he's allowed to laugh at.
52 cent $5 for more hats.
Taking credit for what I fixed.
Ephesians 4:26 on the righteous anger toward Don right now, and we are here for IT.
Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. All I did was close the magnifier. Oh, is that what it was? Because like I pressed the Windows button and the Zoom button, and I thought that's what did it. I'm not going to try it right now. Anyway, we're going to get back to this. Again, Dong. Why do you think people are going to be so ready to believe that these are from Shiro when Celestium says these are my DMs from Shiro? This is the idiot, the stalker. This is Shiro responding to him. I have my experiences that can be added as I know how she really is. But if this is just over politics, I don't know if I want to be involved. Why do you think people think that it is Shiro that added to this? You got more proof, by the way? I know, I'm sure that there's other things. Yeah, there's tweets that people have sent me. We'll get there. I just wanted to read through this first. Excuse me. Anyway, say thank you to Temp, chat, because Temp did it. Give Temp head pats. Or shocks, whatever you want to give him. Excuse me. Anyway. Additionally, I have to read this in that voice. Additionally, which VTuber did you get this information from? You know as well as I, many aren't trusted, so please name them. Also, you kicked me from your server. Oh, yes, you kicked me from your server. Yes, I noticed you also know that does very little from me seeing it, just wasting your time, and you know that. So he's admitting that he can just like stalk her or go into her server whenever he wants. Okay. Funny admittance, I guess, but you know, whatever. Oh, fuck. Any specific posts from last summer where she, quote, talked badly about Straub? These vague accusations, I found out, Lord knows what other lies. Spiritual framing, praying for you, concern for her walk with Christ. Fucking hell. Oh my gosh. Don't substitute for receipts. Even I, as a deacon, allegedly, will not accept them, especially if it sounds like you are using coded religious language to attack others we both know is purely heretical behavior. I can't hate this guy. I mean, I try not to hate. I'm trying to get rid of the hate I have for other people, but I can't hate this guy. I just think he's a clown. I just think he's a fucking clown. Oh, I shouldn't say that with the little clown in the room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. She wants down. I'll let her go down. Oh, no. No, I chased her away, chat. She doesn't want to be in here anymore. Oh, I'm going to be sad. Oh no, I chased away the yippie. Oh, yeah, the Foxen. I haven't added her in. Oh, I hope she comes back. Oh, I miss her already. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see here. Where's my mouse? There it is. If it was genuine private concern about sexual content or sex toys, why go nuclear publicly and not just confront her and sort it out, which you can because both of you and in the same place right now, and you know that. This man does not know how to fucking spell. Is he also a teenager? God only knows. Truth matters in the body of Christ. Ephesians 4:25. Chat, I promise we'll try and get to Tectone and Burnt Peanut today. I promise. All right. I promise. Because I know that's what some of you guys came for, but this is insane. I hope you're enjoying this right now, though. Oh. If you're not willing to publicly show proof, then show me, as my DMs are open to you, and maybe we can sort this all out. My brother, she will never DM you ever again. You are if I was her, I would think you were a creep. All right, you'd be the second person on my list of restraining orders. Okay. You should not DM that guy. No, don't, because he'll broadcast it on the internet and try and use you for clout. That's all he knows how to do. Okay. Okay. Unlike some people that will keep your DMs sacred. All right, because you don't reveal people's DMs like that, you know. I will say that he's one of those people that will do that, you know. Oh gosh, we need something so people can see what real versus hearsay or grudge. Until then, this looks like a one-sided character assassination. No, Shiro knows how to assassinate her own character very well. Just gonna be honest with you. Which just makes me sad to see from someone I respected. Shiro deserves better than baseless slander. Especially from you, which me and you wrote about many things that this actually saddens me deeply. Actually, cause I do like you, Celeste. White Candace Owens? No, Candace Owens actually knows how to speak. This motherfucker doesn't. I shared many things with you, and even recently shared my journey to Our Lady of the Leche, which I only shared a few. I am truly praying for clarity and peace for everyone involved. Oh, and Celeste, out of everyone around me, you know most of all how truly religious I am. I can't, man. This is just the night of me dying because I'm 3 hours in and this is only like the second or third topic. People are it's hard to move through things when you're just dying of laughter. This is not an attack. This is to ensure the Lord's love is not lost upon anyone over a possible misunderstanding. Proverbs 18:17. The one who states his case first seems right until the other comes and examines him. Celeste, don't you dare motherfucking unblock this man, alright?
At Internet's and Master 89,
don't you dare fucking unblock this retard, alright?
Candace Owens knows how to speak clearly. You haven't been paying attention to her pronunciation.
No, seriously. Listen, all right? I don't care if she knows how to pronounce words. Do you know how many views this motherfucking woman gets? 1 million views on every single one of her fucking streams. And yes, I had her pulled up for tonight because I was going to talk about something that she did. I don't know if we're going to get there, but this woman knows how to speak to get money out of people. All right? So she at the very least knows how to grift money out of people. Now, if you're saying she doesn't know how to pronounce certain things, sure. But this is besides the point. That's besides the point. Where are we? Yeah, this motherfucker's a fucking retard, in my personal opinion. Shiro is also retarded because well, here. This is in reply to Celestium. Oh, by the way, I have Shiro blocked too, because I don't want her interacting with me at all either. I've kind of amended my rules for blocking. I know, I'm a bit of a hypocrite. For people that I legitimately think are just disgusting and too toxic. And I typically don't treat people that try to commit life ruination with a lot of grace. I'm going to be honest with you. So, yeah, if you commit life ruination, I'm more likely than not going to block you. Just saying. I'm just as surprised as you are. It's always interesting to learn things I've allegedly done, Lamau. I asked not to be included if the doc was petty bullshit, which it was. Well, spoiler alert, it looks like you still sent things over. I asked not to be named, and allegedly I was not. The doc included one screenshot that I was not named in, as far as I am aware, so she brought me into this. No, you brought yourself into this by DMing this motherfucking retard. All right, the retard. All right, here, we're gonna go back. We're still on the degrees of separation. All right, Anime Mizkiff here. This motherfucker, you sent him the screenshots. Don't say you're not fucking involved. You are so fucking involved because you sent him the stuff. The moment you do that, you're involved. It doesn't matter if you don't want to be included. You're involved, and you have to take accountability for that, woman. Okay? I deleted the screenshots after sending them. Doesn't matter. He already saved them. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You sent them. What is accountability? Exactly. What is accountability? For some people, they just don't have it. Put them in drama and cry victim. Yeah. Well, that's just kind of Shiro's thing. And, you know, I kind of thought this when the whole VTard stuff went down. Because most of the VTards, I started to notice that all these girls know how to do is get into drama. I think Akemi, maybe. I don't really pay attention to her now, you know? So I have no idea what Akemi's doing these days. But, like, all of these girls, all they know how to do is try and grift off of drama, all right? They did it with VTards. They did it after VTards. They did it when they were unlucky. They're doing it now. All these girls know how to do is grow from drama. They can't actually, like, hold an audience. They can't actually grow anything. They have to use drama and drivel in order to grow. Now, if you're curious why, if that sounds rich coming from somebody like me, I don't start drama with people, okay? I typically try and end it. Excuse me. I try to comment on it only. And if people try and start drama with me, I will try and find a resolution, or I'm just not going to engage. Because growing off of drama typically doesn't do very well for you in the long term. But all these girls know how to do is grow off of drama. All right? All of them. All of the former VTards. Again, I have no idea what Akemi is doing now. But last I checked, the former VTards girls, when I no longer paid attention to them, or let me rephrase that. When Lucky was disbanded and all of these girls ran away, they created their own posse together. That posse lasted less than a day. And then some of them split apart. They all started fighting. The only people that actually, out of the original VTards, I don't think any of them talk to each other anymore. They all hate each other. They all think that they all suck. And that is just hilarious. And guess what? The dong is at the center of it. Okay? It's just, they all tore themselves apart. And you know what? I'm sitting here laughing, all right? All of them are fucking stupid. All they know how to do is get into drama, whine, bitch, and moan, and that's how they get their way. And you know what? Once the drama that currently is happening is done, they're going to wait and then move on. They're going to wait and move on, and then they're going to do more drama because that's all they know how to do. There is nothing original I see out of them. That's kind of depressing because, you know, we need more original people that know how to make original things and actually be original people. None of them can do it. None of them. Sadly. But, you know, I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. All I'm going to say is that I just don't see anything except for that. The dong never used real art. No, yeah, he only uses AI. It's, you know, I don't give a shit, but that is kind of funny. I'm making a Google Doc on you right now. All right, cool. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just going to ignore it. All right. Unless you're calling me unless you're like giving me life ruining accusations, I'm probably just going to fucking ignore it because unless it is life ruining accusations, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't care. And that's typically how you should take it. Unless it's life ruining accusations, you probably can ignore it without the need of care, you know?
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it.
At Sparky's Tech Corner discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. I said this in November, I'll say it now. They all have grifted together since July last year, even the Don. They all GHY up.
No, yeah. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about them, though. They're all just kind of losers, in my personal opinion. And, you know, I don't need to say anything other than that. All that's really just say, Celestium Stalker, hilariously disabled sounding, and that's kind of depressing. I hope he gets help. I also hope he gets pulled off of the internet, because he should not be on the internet, because he is extremely unable to handle himself, and he's given here is the depressing part. And chat, I'm gonna say this: do not interact with this individual. All right, I've seen some people reply to Celestium's stalker. Don't reply to him, okay? Because he is extremely, all right, he is extremely, like, there is something wrong with him, and I unironically think that if you aren't careful, oh, hi there. You want to come back? She's back. Oh, hold on. I got to make sure she's actually back. There you go. There you go. She's back. She's back. She told me, what's that? Oh, she just needed to go eat something. So she wasn't mad at me. It's okay. Anyway, don't bother Celestium's stalker, because he legitimately might give away personal private information, compromising information. So don't bother him. And I hope and pray he removes himself from the internet before he gives away information that would legitimately get him in danger. So leave him alone, please. Please leave him alone. Peanut time. Do you guys want to? Okay, I'll give you guys the option. Do you want to talk about Tectone tonight, or do you want to talk about burnt peanut tonight? One has to come before the other. But which one do you want? Burnt peanut or Tectone? Tectone, I don't think the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking that Tectone might not be as long. I really have like one thing I wanted to show off, and then one of his videos. But tell me which one you want first, and we'll go there. Yippee. Yippee doesn't get to be... Make a poll? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll make a poll, because I'm seeing a pretty torn chat right now. There you go. You get a poll. Vote on YouTube. Vote on YouTube. And while we wait, I'm going to throw this little message out there as a reminder that if you want to give the gift of a Yippee to somebody today, gifting only costs $1, and you can gift as many Yippies as you want for $1. So, yeah, $1 per membership. Go right ahead if you want to. Help everybody get a Yippee today. The Occo files. Oh, no. Excuse me. Excuse me. Nut sweep. It's actually almost pretty evenly divided. That's kind of crazy. Fair warning, they bite. If you don't feed them, they bite. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Devastator, thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. Big support tonight. Thank you so much. If you get a membership, make sure you say thank you. Make sure you say thank you. The big 50. Yes, we're going to mute it now so that it doesn't like become unbearable. If you got one, make sure you say thank you, chat. We have a sea of green for a while now. All right. I'm going to wait like another minute-ish, and then we're going to close the poll. Vote on the poll right now. Peanut is winning by a very slim margin, so vote. Your vote could change the tides of what we talk about. There's 184 of you in chat, only 60 votes. I know all of you can do it. Rigged. Sadly. So, vote right now. Let your voice be heard. And hit like. It is actually pretty... It is not like a perfect tie, but it is like... It is like tying so close. People really want both. That's crazy. It's actually really crazy. The Yippee voted twice. Fortified voting. I voted for Dr. Eggman. Stop the count. Yeah, we gotta stop the count. Gotta verify the integrity of this vote right now. Ah, goodness. Also here, if you want to join the Discord. Of the in the arms of the Occo. Yes, the Yippee is in my arm right now. I asked Ari, by the way. I asked Ari the other day. I was like, Ari, because he's redoing my model so that it can get more outfits. And I told him. I was like, Ari, what if we have a toggle where I can hold the Yippee? I asked him, I was like, do you think you could do that? Now, obviously, a lot of VTubers have mascots, but there was one in specific that that I specifically thought of. So I sent him a couple of VTubers and said, "Can you do this?" And he said yes. So you'll probably forget that by the time it's actually done. Or have the Yippee sitting on your head. That's not a bad idea either. So that will probably happen eventually. I'm excited and I hope it happens. I still got to find out who's going to rig the model too. All right, let's close the vote. Peanut has won the vote. 53-47. Peanut won the vote. 81 total votes. Thank you for your democracy, chat. We very much appreciate it. Do I have an Ava toggle? I do not. I do not. All right, we're going to talk about Burnt Peanut. And then we'll talk about the Eggman. Okay. So, chat. Let me sit up here a little bit. Would it surprise you if I told you that some people think that the Burnt Peanut might be view botting? Might be. It's not confirmed. Not confirmed, you know. But what would you think? Would you agree with that statement? Do you think he's view botting? Do you think that the Burnt Peanut is view botting? Just curious if you think. I personally, as somebody who's not educated, definitely thinks so. Mizu definitely thinks so. In fact, Mizu made a very viral thread. Well, I'd say 1 million views is very viral, but Mizu made a viral thread, a pretty viral thread in my personal opinion, because he decided, and this is something he did in the past, and I kind of told him, I was like, Mizu, you should share your findings with the world. And he was like, okay, I'll do that. Because, you know, me and Mizu, we talked about it yesterday. And he made this post. And so we're going to read this post. And then we're going to hear from the horse's mouth himself. Because the Burnt Peanut has responded to the allegations. Now, this wasn't because of Mizu. but he did respond to the allegations of him viewbotting. So we're going to listen to that. But we're going to read through Mizu's thread, and I want you to tell me what you think. Chat. So here's what I'm talking about with Burnt Peanut. Here are the top 4 streamers, excluding Peanut's most recent streams. In order, Jinxie, Queso, K-Drell, and Asmon. So these are the 4. All smooth, some dips, but mostly a curve and not uniform. So this is Jinx. By the way, Asmongold is the only one that I really know of. Okay. So this is Jinxie. This is a pretty decent. This is kind of what my. Now here, can I show my graph? Hold on a moment. Can I do that? Will that like be an issue? That will not be an issue. Okay, give me 1 second. Say hi, chat. You're on screen. Well, you're on screen twice. This is my graph right here. Oh, don't pay attention to that. It gets upset because I'm not using 6,000 kilobits, which is way more than Twitch asks for. But this is my graph. This is my graph from the current stream. Now, chat, would it surprise you that this is basically how a lot of streamers' graphs work? At least this is how most of my graphs work, unless I'm playing video games exclusively or I'm doing something special. But this is how my CCV graph typically looks. You typically start out slow. It's a slow build, and it typically takes about an hour for me to reach peak or reach my average viewer concurrent count. And that this is, and it will typically, after an hour in, this is typically where it will sit until I'm done, or I'm mostly done, or people want to check out, and then it'll slowly start dipping. But we're right here. This is the midpoint right here. This is where all my average viewers are going to sit. Okay. But this is where I sit. All right. Now, here, let me, we're going to go back now. Thank you, everybody, for participating in that. That's actually pretty close to this stream, because a lot of streamers, I would say, are probably similar to that. You know, they'll have a build, then they're going to have their average viewers that are going to sit here. And again, when I talk about average viewers, I'm talking about you take the lowest, and then you take the highest, and then you go with the average. And the average is right somewhere around the middle. So this is right around the middle for this Jinxie guy. And once his main peaks end, he's going to go down and down and down. Queso, a little bit different because he's way more popular. I would say he's got way more dedicated fans that jump in the beginning. He gets his waves way more quickly. However, it is pretty much the same. You know, this guy might have a slower build up, but Queso, you know, it works pretty much the exact same way. He has a build up. About an hour, in fact, almost exactly 1 hour into a stream, then he has his average for, it looks like, a good chunk of the stream until he's done. This other guy, little weird. He might have been raided. Who knows? This actually could be a raid. I have absolutely no idea. He did gain a lot of followers here, so this is probably a raid. Who knows? But him, basically similar. And I would say that this is the raid, a raid. If I'm being generous, that's probably a raid. This is Asmongold. Asmongold's a little weird, but he is the most popular streamer in the world right now, basically. You know, he's going to start, and as soon as everybody sees him, he's going to jump right up. You know, it's still, again, takes him about an hour. Again, this is the 1 hour mark right here. Oh, you can't really see it because my thing's on screen. But right here is a 1 hour mark. This is where he will taper off and then stick until he is done with what he's doing. And then he's gonna drift off. In fact, it dropped because he switched from chatting to playing video games. Okay? So it dropped massively. He analyzes Pro League Legends and owns a pro team. His viewership peaked while he's playing. Oh, you know what? If that's the case... Oh, he's a league player. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. League player, that makes sense. But anyway, that's all 4 streamers. Now, if you notice, chat, again, everybody's a little different. You know, not everybody's going to have the same line graph. Statistically, I think it's impossible for that to be the case. But everybody is very similar. They're going to have a jump where, and this happens to me all the time as well, where you're going to have your jump of people that are very early. They're going to come on really quickly, and then it's going to grow exponentially for about the first hour until you hit your average. That's just kind of how it works. That's why you typically stream for 2 to 3 hours, because you don't get everybody in 1 hour. You have to go for longer than that. But this is the burnt peanut. Okay? Now, I am going to tell you, chat, the first thing that I noticed that really makes me feel weird. See these spikes? Up and down and up and down and up and down. This is not normal. Okay, now if we go back up here, people do have some spikes, you know. This guy has a couple of spikes, you know. This guy had the spike. And then, you know, Asmongold, I would say Asmongold probably has the most consistent up and then slow curve down. But Burnt Peanut has very weird, uniformly placed spikes. Now, if these spikes were 5 to 10, maybe even a couple, like under 100 viewers, if it was under 100 viewers, it wouldn't look like this. Do you want to know why it wouldn't look like this? Because if you look right here, his average viewers is 54,000. He averages 54,000 people in this stream. I don't know how what the other ones are, but this is his average. This line right here is his average. These numbers are up to 10,000 people every single spike. Because you'll notice here, he jumps up, and then it goes down, and then jumps up, then it goes down, he jumps up, then goes down and up and down. It's just like, it's a really, really, really weird jump that is not normal. And this isn't the only time this has happened. This is another stream that he did it on. I don't know what the date is. Yeah, it doesn't say the date here. Actually, wait. This is February 5th. It says right here. Almost exactly the same. Almost legitimately exactly the same. It jumps up, 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 and then it just like tapers and goes, and then it just goes down and down and down and down. Same thing here. Although you'll notice there is a decline. And I've seen some people use like this as like a explanation for why. And I disagree. I disagree. And let me tell you why I disagree. Okay? I do believe that the Burnt Peanut is view botting. I do legitimately believe that. However, I do believe that he also has a lot of fans. I don't know why he's view botting, because I'm going to be honest with you. You see this sea right here, this sea of people right down here? I do believe that these are real people right down here. All right. Whatever this is up here, he is definitely view botting, but he definitely also has a lot of real people in his chats as well. Okay. I don't understand why he's having these spikes like this. What's funny is people were trying to use the fact that he changed games. When this went down, people legitimately were like, oh, the number goes down. He's obviously not view botting. And it's just like, no, these spikes remain consistent even when he goes from playing Arc Raiders, which is his most popular game, to playing something else where it spikes up and down and up and down. I literally saw comments saying, oh, these spikes are every 20 minutes because a lobby in Arc Raiders is 20 minutes. And it's like, okay, if he was only playing Arc Raiders, that's an argument you can make. That's not an argument you can make for fucking Delta Force. What the fuck is going on here? And again, it happened again. And every single stream, like, I don't care about if his average numbers are the same or not, but it's every single stream. And by the way, I bet you this is not just on Twitch, because this is also on YouTube. Do you want to know, by the way? This happens on Twitch. This happens on YouTube. Somebody said that he has 60,000 on YouTube right now. Do you want to know where he doesn't have viewers? Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, hold on. Do you want to know where he's like struggling to have viewers, chat? Kick. I'm going to mute. He has 3,800 people on Kick. 3,800.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta mute him. But on Twitch and YouTube, he averages between 50 and 60,000 viewers. And he gets max viewers at the start of the stream. Yeah, that again, like I said, it typically takes an hour for you to get to the peak. He's already almost at the average peak here within 20 to 30 minutes. That's not normal in my personal. Well, it could be for some people that you're just that famous. I don't think it's the case for him. I legitimately don't. Legitimately, I don't think he is that big. But yeah. So, this man is really big on YouTube. This man is really big on Twitch. But he's not big at all on Kick. And he's got 3,800 people. I'm willing to believe that his chat on Kick is probably more real than other platforms. And I believe that because Kick actually gives a damn about view botting and actually has been trying to work on it. So it's just like, why is Kick the problem? Why can't Kick be as famous? But these other two platforms, he has massively ballooned. I would say that Kick has a lot of similar people that would also like this kind of stuff. But why Kick? Why is it Kick that has the exact same, or not the exact same? In fact, it's the opposite. Why does Kick have different viewership? Why is two platforms out of the three? You know? I don't know. Asmin also gets less numbers. But my question is, when you average between 55 and 65,000 viewers, why is it that you are on a third platform and that third platform is so average? Real, I would say. I would say 3,800 people on Kick is probably the realest number. And again, I do believe that this man has real people in his audience. Okay? I do believe that. Like these taper offs, this is when the real people are slowly going away, you know? But this right here is a problem to me. And what bothers me is so many people are sweeping for this. So many people are just saying that this is okay, that he's not view botting. Or the other argument is if he is view botting, well, everybody view bots. And I think that's a problem, in my personal opinion. I think that if you view bot, you should be banned from the platform permanently and not be allowed to make another account. Because and people might think that's a crazy thing for me to say, but if you do that, it legitimately makes the platform a worse place. Because if you do, you give a false sense of actual viewership on the platform, and those numbers are used to gauge how much people can try and push for advertisers on the platform. And guess what? We all hate advertisers. I get it. But they're the people that keep these platforms fucking alive. Without advertisers, there is no YouTube or Twitch. It's a horrible codependency. I know. But if you lie to them, eventually they're going to say, I really don't want to pay this much money to you anymore because so many people on your platform are lying. So I legitimately think he is, and I think that he should be banned for it. Because if he's not able to grow an audience, if he has to lie to get an audience this big, then I don't like this. You know what I don't like a lot more is when Mizu brought this up. These are some of the DMs that he got. People telling him basically to KYS because he's bringing up view botting. But anyway, let's listen to what this guy thinks. Let's hear him out. Let's hear what he has to say about it, chat.
You know what? They're gonna clip whatever I say anyways. Might as well make it good. You guys mind if I be a little unhumble for a second? I don't like being unhumble. I just like hanging out with you boys and gaming, but I kind of got to. Just for like a second, guys. It's not gonna be too crazy. I just kind of got you. Guys.
Don't believe that.
I call view botting the loser's topic. That's what I call it. You have too many viewers, not enough likes, you're view bot. You have too many viewers, you have too many likes, you're like bot. You have too many viewers, you don't have enough subscribers, you're view bot. You have too many viewers, too many subscribers, you're subscribe bot. You have too many viewers on Twitch, you don't have as much viewers on Kick, you're view botting on Twitch. If you have too many viewers on YouTube, but you don't have as many viewers on Twitch, you're view on YouTube. You can spin it.
Some of those, yeah, I agree with. I agree with that. Yeah, some of them. But I also think it's a case-by-case basis. He's doing that thing that Trump does. No, guys, don't call me out. It makes you... It is exactly. It's just like, oh, if you call me out, you're a loser. And it's just like... Really? Really?
Any way you can. At the base of it, it's cope. At the base of the...
Is it really cope? I'm looking at statistics. And I disagree. Again, out of all of the streamers that I've looked into, and I looked at a few of them, none of them have the line graph that he does. None of them. Not even Ninja, who had a similar growth to him, had a line graph that bad. None of them. So I just think he's lying. And everybody is sweeping for him.
Argument, it's cope. There's no way to prove anyone is view botting or if they're not. There's no way to prove it. Either way it is. It's up to even an OnlyFans lady. Only appeals to like 50% of the population that likes pussy. This is a real loser topic. You're appealing to human jealousy? That's been around since the...
Again, I really don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. I make enough money doing what I do and being here. I don't care if you like are on top of the world. Personally, I legitimately just think that you're lying to be at the top of the world. And that is, listen, if we want to talk about loser arguments, that's a loser argument right there. All right. Viewbotting is such a loser thing to do because not only are you lying to people that you're trying to make money from, you are also inflating, in my personal opinion, your ego. And that is a very loser thing to do. So yeah, it is definitely a loser argument, except it's the loser argument for you. Thank you for the 5. Let me mute that. Aguero for 5. Except people proved that with Tectone, with him later admitting it after people suspected it. Yeah, Tectone admitted it. He did. And then Tectone said, well, everybody does it. Well, everybody does it. Yeah, everybody does do it. I know that everybody does it. I don't. I don't need to. I'm happy and content where I am, you know? Plus, I actually want to be as authentic as possible. He kind of told on himself when there's no way to prove it. Exactly. Chat, when I was in security, I learned very limited stuff on the police end because I wasn't a cop. But I learned a lot about how criminals work and how stupid people work. Spoiler alert, most criminals are stupid because they don't think 5 seconds ahead. They're just like, you know what? I need to do this thing to get this thing because I'm stupid or I'm desperate or I want this thing. They get caught because they're stupid and they say something that incriminates them. If you come out and say, oh, there's no way to prove it, I think that you're botting then. I legitimately just think that you're botting. Okay? All right. And in my personal opinion, from a normal person's standpoint, yeah, you can never prove it unless you're the guy working in the company, which, by the way, is incentivized not to say that you're viewbotting, because if he does, then he's going to lose his job, or he could out who the company is, and then the company gets sued because they're viewbotting. So yeah, it's there is no way to prove it unless you admit it, or Twitch thinks you are. Which, by the way, I think Twitch does know who's viewbotting, and they don't do anything about it because they're desperate for viewership, and they're desperate for money. So, but no, I think you are. Except for fraud criminals, they're just stupid with women. Well, that still means that they're dumb. That just still means they're dumb. So.
That since I invented the wheel! Of course your post is gonna blow up. It's a bunch of other losers coping at the same time all together. It's like a party. That's how it works. I mean, come on. I mean, is there anything lower? Is there anything lower? Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, is there anything lower? Let me expand on that. Again, I hate to be unhumble. I hate it. But guys, we switched to Brazilian servers. We switched to European servers. We switched to a server called Oceanic. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means.
I believe him when he said, it's really unfortunate to hear somebody say, I don't even know what Oceanic means. That is really depressing.
I don't even know what that means. I can't find a single fucker on any continent on this planet that doesn't know who we are. And you're saying I view button.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes, I am.
Humble right there. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had.
Yes, I am saying that you're view botting. Yes, yes, I am. Okay. Yes. Oh. Is he scared of the blue one? He can't be scared of the blue one because the blue one made those comments after this was said. So he denies that it happened. He denies that he's view botting. And other people are holding water for him too. Do I have the Asmongold clip? I don't have the Asmongold clip. I don't know where it is. Oh, never mind. I do. Oh, I do. Asmongold, in my personal opinion, shit take. Shit take about all of this. Stupid shitty take. He has some good. He has some bad. He has a shit take, in my personal opinion, on this.
Oh no, Ho's mad on Burnt Peanut. Streamer Burnt Peanut says people who accuse him of view botting are losers.
Too many viewers, too many subscribers. You subscribe on.
Gosh damn it! I don't want to listen to this.
You'll have as much viewers on Kick. You're view botting on Twitch. If you have too many viewers on YouTube, but you don't have as many viewers on Twitch, you're viewing on YouTube. You can spin it any way you can. At the base of it, it's hope.
That's right. At the base of it, it is Ho's mad.
I'm going to be honest with you. I do think that Asmongold also view bots. But guess what? Again, all of them do. All of them do. Every single one of them. All of them. And I listen. Do you want to know why I believe that? Asmongold is an OTK. Guess who's also an OTK? Or was an OTK? Tectone, who we're going to talk about, and Mizkif, who we're also still going to talk about. Both of them view botted. Both of them Mizkif got caught view botting by OTK. And Tectone view botted. Tectone was actually the one to talk about Mizkif getting caught for it. So, I'm sorry. I think that he is also view botting. Okay? They all do. They all do. Lily bots. Lily, I believe that based off of Lily's graph line that Lily also bots. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You know? By the way, I'm only going to try and bring up names of people that I've seen their line graphs for. But yeah, Lily, I do believe that Lily bots. And you want to know why I believe Lily bots? Because she's so unpopular. Like, I look at Lily and how much attention she gets at her size. And then I look at Cinder, who I don't believe view bots. I mean, she probably does, but I would need to see some line graph information for it. But I look at the difference between Shy Lily and Cinder so much more real attention. Shy Lily, it just feels like she's got a bunch of dead viewers in her chat. But with Cinder, oh, those are real people. And you can tell. You can tell that they're real people. So, yeah. Anyway. Asmongold had a shit take. I really don't want to listen to this motherfucking peanut again. All you need to know is that Asmongold swept for him. Okay? I don't believe he has built himself. Alright? I feel like this guy, industry plant, who is botting, and he is, for some reason or another, given all of these bots. I'm willing to say that, 25%, maybe even higher, is real on Burnt Peanut. But that's it. I don't believe that the Burnt Peanut has a lot of a real audience. I think it is AstroTurf to make himself look bigger. And again, that's a lot of money to spend, It's a lot of money to spend. I don't even know how much it costs to view bot. But it's a lot of money to waste on that many viewers. So... pattern recognition, they're so proud of stopped working. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. It's just like some of these people, they believe in pattern recognition when it suits them. It's funny. It's funny, Anyway, that's really all I had for Burnt Peanut. That's all I really had for Burnt Peanut, you know. We're still going to stick around on the autism train that is the OTK and the Mythic Sphere, so I hope you will enjoy that as well. Chat. Didn't Mugen cover it? Yes, he did, actually. Thank you for reminding me. Shut up, I'm not getting to you yet. Might not get to you at all tonight. Chat might not want to. Chat. I'm hiding his smug face. You don't have to see him. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The puddle. The puddle made it. The puddle made it on a Mugen stream. Now, I don't know what Mugen said. I'm going to be honest with you. The little I do know is that Mugen, like, went on a tangent. He, like, read Mizu's tweet, and then he ran on a tangent about something. And then I heard he probably moved on. Mugen knows who Mizu is. He definitely knows. Do you want to know how I know Mugen knows? Because Mugen is friends with Rima. And Rima told a lot of people about who Mizu was when she tried to cancel him. So I know Mugen knows who Mizu is. He definitely does. And this is just funny to see. But by the way, I believe that Mugen also sweeps for Burnt Peanut. He also thinks that he's basically also sweeping as well. So dun dun dun. Yeah, pretty much. Neurosama doesn't view bot. Yeah, I don't believe that Neurosama view bots. Neurosama is the bot, don't you know? Anyway, let's move on from that. Excuse me. What time is it? Okay. We will probably not... I will mention the FaZe stuff later tonight as well. But, probably not going to go as in depth as I was thinking. Anyway. Chat. Can somebody tell me why this was the title of one of Tectone's streams the other day? Can somebody please explain to me why the guy that just lost a protective order case, who's known for talking shit on the internet, why would he do this? Why like, he's shameless and dumb? I believe that. I 100% believe that. We still need to continue reading his protective order. Not going to do it tonight. I might just read the rest of it offline and then I'll read it later, but that is really retarded. He said he can't shut up. What's funny is he said he was going to shut up. I mean, I haven't seen him tweet, but like, yeah. Projecting? No idea, honestly. So yeah, he one of the first people that he decided to talk about as soon as he came back to the internet was Mizkif. He talked to me about Mizkif twice, actually, which is kind of funny. Actually, excuse me, 3 times. He's talked about Mizkif 3 times since he came back. Now, to be fair, I talk about people sometimes, and sometimes I talk about people a lot. But the problem I kind of have with this is, like I said, he was in litigation with a woman who allegedly is using Mizkif to leak out her information or her story. And this is just kind of crazy to me. He's talked about Mizkif 3 different times. I just... His views are down. Are his views down? Well, they kind of are, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just... All I'm going to say, okay? I was thinking about back when before we got to a lot of the other stuff, I was planning on maybe watching one of Tectone's videos. I really don't want to subject you guys to that, so we're not going to do that. Is he trying to monetize his own drama? In whatever way he can, it looks like. All I'm going to say is I love watching retards fight retards. Okay? Watching a bald retard fight with an insane-looking retard is, quite honestly, kill supreme, in my personal opinion. Okay? So, I'm going to be honest with you. While I think that this is like crossing the line or getting close to crossing the line, I like watching retards fight, you know. It's very entertaining, you know. Very, very entertaining. We survived Peanut. Fair. I'm not going to subject you to listening to Tectone tonight. But unless you really, 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 really want me to play the I was planning on playing this video, and that was it. But unless you guys really, really want me to, I'm not going to play the Tectone video. What I will say, and I'll be honest about this. I have talked about it before, but I don't like Tectone. I think that he is very arrogant. I also think he lies. I think he puts up a facade. And I think that if you watch him critically and ask yourself about what he's saying and what he's doing, and you understand what he does, I think you'll come to similar conclusions that I do. However,
Oh my god, she's got
I'll wait for this to go through.
At Internet's in Master 8952 discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. In fairness to the Eggman, given Mice Keith was shitting on him and playing the attack dog, I ain't going to fault him for taking a few cheap shots back.
I mean, like, I won't... listen, I don't care if these two go at it. I just don't think that you should right now do the Epstein thing. I think that's kind of a poor joke, in my personal opinion. Because, you know, Epstein's, like, wrapped in pedophilia, you know? So that's, like, a joke that you probably shouldn't do. But I will say, I don't like Tectone. I'm willing to say that. But I would like to interview him. And I think that would be interesting. Obviously, he still has me blocked on Twitter, but I don't think he cares. I'm not ready to talk about that conspiracy theory, Simez. I want to interview him. I think that there are a lot of people that probably wouldn't interview him fairly, I would say. There's a lot of commentary shitters that are just going to call him names. But I want to interview him. Ask him the real hard questions. See if I can get to the core of it. And then I'll let people decide for themselves. So I have asked some people. All right. I have asked some friends if they would ask him, because I'm friends with friends. We're friends with him. Friends who gave me information behind the scenes. And I was just like, you know what? I'll be upfront. I'll say I hate him, but I'll be fair. And if I get the chance to, I will interview him. Because I would like the chance to actually see if we can have a conversation. That's really about it. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk if I don't get it or not, but I would like the chance to talk to somebody I don't like, and, you know, I feel like it would be a productive conversation. And obviously, if I were to do that, I would allow people to give me some questions. Obviously, I would stay away from the whole court stuff because he can't talk about it, but yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I'll cross my fingers, I guess. Just because I think it would be interesting, you know, just because. They'll say yes. I have no idea. Again, I just think it would be interesting. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about him. Again, I feel like we've already watched enough cringe. Is that my wish? I don't know what you mean by that. I just like talking to people, even people I dislike. That's why I interviewed Nyara. You know, I interviewed. It was a debate, even though I didn't want it to be a debate. You know, I feel like given the conditions and I feel like the time is right, I'll talk to people I dislike. If I feel like it'll be a productive conversation or an interesting one, you know. Why are you gay? Yeah, sure, I'll ask him that. I'll ask him, are you gay? I don't know. I'll make that the first question if it happens. I'll be like, well, I am obligated to ask you, are you gay? And I'll wait to see what he says, you know. Anyway, he has to unblock me from Twitter, though. Calling him cringe and him blocking me is just like a very funny thing to block someone over. But, you know. Anyway, let's talk about FaZe. Let's talk about FaZe real quickly. And then we have like React-based stuff that we can watch for the rest of the evening. But FaZe is really the last gigantic thing to talk about tonight. And if you want to jump off after that, totally understandable. You know, I respect your time as a content creator. The fact that you watch me is a very big blessing to me, and I appreciate that. But if you want to jump off after FaZe, totally fair. So let's pull up this. I talked about this last night on Under the Tea as well, so I'll briefly summarize. Recently, the VTuber Jelly from FaZe Connect basically said she didn't want politics in Minecraft. This triggered FaZe to delete that tweet and then put out this notice. Pretty sure that yes. This notice where they're like, we don't believe in racism or hatred or bigotry. So, and a lot of people got upset with that. In fact, nearly 6 million people got upset at that. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot. To the point where Shondo is even replying. Side tangent. Shondo is not happy with Fishman, I think. Because she knows people in FaZe. She said that she would ruin Fishman if he fucked it up. I'm going to be honest, I'm very interested in seeing what that would look like. I'm turning to her first when the bombs drop for FaZe Connect. Just saying. But this did not go over well with people at all, because FaZe Connect has been built off of the idea that they have crazy girls, you know, crazy women, legitimately. Some of them are crazy, but they're also kind of cool, and they're down to earth, and they're real, and they're not just another corpo. That was kind of the thing, is they weren't just another corpo. Well, this statement kind of solidified that that's not true. They are just another corpo. Because if push comes to shove, and I've been told, and I don't have any proof for this, so the person that told me this could be extremely wrong, even though they claim that they have proof. But I've been told that the reason why this is happening goes all the way back to FaZeCon. Okay? All the way back. And that because of what happened at FaZeCon, or because of the situation surrounding, you can kind of attribute all of this bullshit back to FaZeCon. And sponsors, basically. Offkai, whatever.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
And so, basically, I've been told that you can look back to that point. And that is the point where FaZe Connect died. I'm being told. Or that they at the very least stopped being the FaZe Connect that you wanted. So, and I can kind of see that, you know, that was the first stumbling block. And ever since then, it has just gotten worse, it seems. With one of their talents that, spoiler alert, she graduated. Ignore Asmongold down here. Praising the death of a political activist from a country that apparently she's not even from.
Tech Corner tipped $5 to the lost cause. The 3 MommaOcco tweets were fun to see. You know Pippa is banging her head on the desk seeing that. And Kirsha retweeting him. Ouch.
Yeah. I'll get to that. I don't know if I have the cursed tweet. I don't think I do. But I'll be talking about it. So yeah, FaZe has been struggling. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that struggle is just going to end now that Clara has left. By the way, Clara announced, this was announced last night, literally an hour into Under the Tea. And according to Clara, this has been planned for a while. Now, some people are saying they don't believe this. I actually do believe this. Because the timeline that Clara gives is that she's been wanting to graduate basically since what happened with her and the Charlie Kirk stuff. That's basically where she wanted to step off the boat. And I do believe that. So that is something I believe. I just think that this was pretty poor timing. Very, very, very bad timing. Because if I was Fishman, this was not the right time to announce her graduation right when they just did what they did. So she's graduating, she's leaving. And I'm hearing rumblings, and I don't know how much truth or efficacy I put into this. But I'm hearing rumblings that Clara isn't the only discontented person in FaZe. And I can believe that. I can believe that FaZe, unfortunately, is no longer the place that that it started as. And some people in its company are unhappy now. And it's really unfortunate. Really sad. Okay? Because when this happened, I saw so many people. So many shit people. Shitty people. Alright? I don't really say that lightly. Legitimately shitty people cheering this on. Saying that woke is back. Woke is back. Motherfucker. Nothing is back. Alright? People have decided what is unacceptable in the norm. This is unacceptable.
At Internet's in Master 8952 sent $5 for more hats. According to Clara, honestly, it'd be better for FaZe if she was lying, because if this was a planned announcement, the timing is absolutely awful.
Yeah, probably. Probably. But woke is not back. All right? And cheering on that a company is being eroded from the inside out. Yeah, sure, go right ahead. Do that. But if any of these VTubers that actually enjoyed where they came from left, I don't think woke will kill them or their careers. I think instead it will just make the fans that truly love those people move with them. So in reality, the only thing that is hurting right now, besides obviously the hurt that comes from the talents that are upset to see their company struggling, but the only one that will really hurt in the long term if this company does continue to misstep is FaZe. It is FaZe that will hurt. It is FaZe that will struggle. Now, give me one moment. I don't really know who would be among them to leave. I think, unfortunately, while I know for a fact that some VTubers have admitted that FaZe has changed, I don't know what they would do or if they would leave. I don't. Anyan just joined too. Yeah. That's kind of depressing as well. It does make me wonder, you know. I know that she's got some personal stuff, but it does make me wonder about why she had such a delayed start. But I think it's kind of telling when the best friend of one of the first talents for FaZe makes a canary in the coal mine meme, or when the streamer that inspired the same talent is lamenting that streamer that he inspired is in a spiraling company. That's not like what I would want to wake up to. And I'm sure that streamer has to think really hard about her next steps, because if she's still the one that I think she is, she's probably not having a fun time. And it's possible that she struggles because, you know, it's not really that easy. Even though now, you know, with Doki Bird and so many others, it's easy to just say, walk on, move on. But I really don't think it is for a lot of people. I really don't. So that's a lot to think about. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I heard that Kirsch said that FaZe is a lost cause on side scrollers. I don't have that clip on me, but she claims that FaZe is a lost cause. And I will say, again, I'm nobody's friend in this. So, you know, I say this as somebody who's willing to just say, it is really interesting. Kirsch is friends with Pippa. I have not seen them interact publicly in a long time. And I don't think that's because they hate each other. I don't think that at all. In fact, I still think that they're friends. And in fact, it's because of things that I see Kirsch write that still makes me think that they're friends. I'm not going to opine, but I would like to believe that. I feel like that's a fair thing to think. It's just weird that I have not seen her and Pippa do something for a while. Because I know that they used to a couple times. I know they do. Or they did, excuse me. And I have to wonder if somebody said that Pippa can't. I do wonder. But what I will say to kind of close this out here. Wrong one. Speaking of Pippa, she's unfollowed Asmongold, and so is a lot of the talents from FaZe. If you're curious, Asmongold, when talking about this, brought up the private life account of Clara, the graduating VTuber. Now, I don't think this was malicious. I've been told it's not malicious. Till I see otherwise, I'm just going to give him that good faith. Despite my criticisms, I still think that Asmongold is worth being given some good faith on certain things. But he brought that up, and all of them unfollowed him.
Son _ send $5 for more hats. On a scale of Hololive to Naisanji, how cooked is FaZe Connect?
Well, they're getting to Naisanji. Naisanji is multiple bad talents. They're more getting closer to a Hololive, my personal opinion. Hijisanji, everybody sucks. Hololive, the management is just getting worse. Curse also hasn't interacted with Mari after she joined FaZe. Nope. And again, I'm not opining as a major asshole here. I'm just stating what I see. Okay? Just stating what I see. And I would ask that you not beg Kirsch to talk about it, because I think that this is a rough subject for her, because she's friends with a lot of those people. But I imagine it's not easy, if that is the case, that she can interact with them because of how controversial she is. And that's not a bad thing to say. She is controversial. Some would say for the right reasons, and I agree. It's just kind of sad. And, you know, I pray for her. I pray for her, even though I've disagreed with her in the past. I still think she deserves it, because she definitely has got a rough lot with some of the stuff that happens around her.
The landlords have been tipped $10 by @internetsin master 8952 a Hassan disrespecter. At the risk of sounding parasocial, I am genuinely concerned about how the mental state of both Pippa and Kirsha would fare if their friendship were to end. Pippa is one of Kirsha's friend anchors.
Well, I'm not going... again, I'm not insinuating that their friendship is ending. There are some people that think that Pippa is going more left-wing. I really don't feel like I can opine on that personally, because I don't feel like I have enough to judge off of. But I don't think that their friendship ending. Not at all. I think you would know, though. So, no. But I do pray for her, because she's got a massively impossible task of maintaining it. And it's not easy when the people that you like hanging out with can't hang out with you because you're controversial. I definitely know how that feels. I've definitely had the talk from some VTubers, and we're still friends, you know. We're close. Close as you can be for internet people. But because I'm unapologetic and I do refuse to not turn over rocks, some people tell me that we can only talk in private. And if that's happening to Kirsch right now with some of the people that she's made connections with that are now in FaZe, I offer her my support, because that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. I didn't mean to make this just about her. This is about FaZe, but like she's pretty intertwined with FaZe. She's one of the biggest people that like was with them and grew with them. So you know, she's pretty big in terms of attachment to FaZe. But so yeah, Asmongold shares the PL of Clara. All of FaZe unfollows him. That's just unfortunately what's going to happen. And again, he probably didn't do it on purpose. I'm sure his opinions were real, but I don't think he did what he did on purpose. And so this is your red flag warning that we might be seeing a cliff being treaded. And I am just hoping that if this cliff is being tread, that they, and by they I don't mean the talents, I mean the company. But I would pray that they turn back.
A lost cause.
At Sparky's Tech Corner tipped $5 to the lost cause. You have to remember the FaZe girls don't have full control of their accounts. Also, Pippa has stated she is changing to better herself, and hey, I get it.
No, that's fair. But what does changing yourself mean, I guess? But like I said, this is a cliff. And if FaZe isn't careful, they're going to walk off of it. A year ago, I would not have imagined that that would have been the case. I mean, we still had the off-Kai stuff that went down, but we weren't here. So this and it's very cringe of me to say, but this is the moment where they need to be careful. Because if they walk off the edge, it'll just suck, you know? It'll just suck. So that's all I really got to say about FaZe. I'm sorry if that was depressing at all. I apologize. There really is no better way to say it, you know? I liked FaZe. But this is just, unfortunately, what will happen if you do this. So anyway, what time is it? What did I have left? Okay. I want to leave you guys off not depressed. I don't feel like that's fair to any of you. So instead, I'm going to lighten you up a little bit. Now, I'm not going to talk about, some people brought up some stuff. We're gonna carry it to tomorrow. So we have stuff for tomorrow. But I want to leave you guys off on a lighter note so that you don't feel like you're just walking out depressed. Okay, so stick around. I'll give you a bit of a laugh, I guess you could say. So let's talk about, very briefly, what's happening in the world of Candace Owens. Okay, it's not DSP. Close, but I don't have a DSP clip on me that would be funny. Let's talk briefly about Candace Owens. We'll scroll through what's been happening with her. Okay. Now, I had a moment where I covered some of her, and I stopped mostly because she got into a weird loop, a really weird loop. And guess what? She's still in the loop. She is still in this loop of just Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's extremely depressing that that this woman has grifted as long as she has after this. Now, again, as a disclaimer, I don't know what is going on with Charlie Kirk, the entire thing. To be completely honest with you, it is a very depressing situation, one that seems to have invigorated a lot of people into feeling a certain way. And some people turn to Christ, they pray, they meditate, they have a coming of moment. And some people, in my personal opinion, grift off of it, try to make money off of things, and some of them, I'm sure, are in good faith or trying to be. And then there are others, Candace, in my personal opinion, who are just insane. I legitimately believe that this woman actually believes everything that she is saying. Either that, or she is really good at lying to over 5 million people that are subscribed to her. Because she is convinced. Last time we covered this woman, all right? There was about a week where I just kind of kept you in the know. I started when we were talking about how she was beefing with other conservatives, and then she brought on that fake guy that said he was at Fort Huachuca, and he probably was at Fort Huachuca, but he's also insane, so we don't believe anything that he says. And then he also claimed that his dad was the Zodiac killer, and that just confirmed to me that this whole thing is just an absolute LARP. And then I kind of fell off because it was not interesting to me anymore, and I don't like covering stuff that's not interesting. And one of the things I heard, and I listened to her yesterday because I was interested in the episode. Mostly because I was curious to see if she was still on the poking at Erica, his wife, and she is. She is. It's insane. But this woman legitimately believes. All right. I hope you're ready for this. This woman legitimately believes that, oh my gosh, it's that Charlie Kirk is a time traveler. No, I am not shitting you. She believes that that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler, that he knew he was going to die. And I do believe that some people can receive revelation when they are extremely tuned into God. I've seen how my mother is extremely tuned into God, and sometimes she just kind of like feels things, but she legitimately believes Charlie Kirk knew he was going to die, and she believes all of this weird shit. And she tells people, and she leaks little bits and pieces of information. Enough that if you aren't constantly questioning and asking, you might believe. This woman believes that Charlie Kirk could manipulate matter and lights. They could turn on and off lights. And again, there's the realm of the spiritual is mostly unknown to me. I went to church and I still pray and I read my Bible, but the realm of the unknown is mostly unknown to me. But this woman legitimately believes that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. By the way, her story now is the Jews wanted him assassinated. The French helped out with that assassination plot, and Egyptian planes are being used. And Erica Kirk is complicit in it, and everybody in Turning Point USA is complicit that wasn't fired, because apparently there was some firings in Turning Point USA. But everybody that's left over in Turning Point is complicit in it. Erica Kirk is complicit in it. And that Erica Kirk might have even helped, according to her. But yeah, Jews are involved. The French are also involved. And the Egyptians are involved. And if you ask me to tell you how all of these people are involved, I can't. Because I am not willing to draw up a sheet of what I think she means. All I can do is play you her recent stream, but I don't want to be here for 3 hours. 3 more hours. Okay? I don't want to. Because I would like to go to bed and then get up and work more on this script tomorrow and maybe go to the store and get my laundry done. You know, when I talked about Candace first, I was full blown making fun of her, thinking that she is insane. And I still think that. 100% I still think that. I think that she 100% believes everything that she is saying and everything that she is getting, and that she spills it to her audience and her audience believes. And that honestly kind of makes me sad. When I was a missionary, I learned that one of the ways that the devil kind of comes after you is through people like Candace. It's people like Candace Owens who already proved, in my personal opinion, how much I can't trust her with her previous endeavors.
Candace Owens is tuned into something, but it ain't God or Charlie Kirk. Whatever Hell's Earl equivalent of Sanchez, maybe, but not anything divine.
You know. Wasn't this supposed to be a pick-me-up topic? My apologies. I'm trying to joke. I tried to joke with it, but then I just got depressed again. But there are literal devils that exist in the world to lead you astray under the idea that they are Christ-like. And that's kind of what I feel like she is now. I don't think she is a devil. I think there is something that has taken hold of her. And now she is letting something happen. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If it comes out that the Jews were involved and the French were involved and Egyptian planes were somehow involved, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think I might just like quit the internet or quit something, because I can't wrap my brain around that ever being true. But yeah. Apparently Charlie Kirk is a time traveler who can manipulate lights and matter. He knew he was going to die. It's just so insane to me. So fucking insane to me. All of these people are involved, including his now widowed wife, and all of this organization that he built up. And I'm just supposed to believe that without any evidence, except for her saying it. And she gets up on her soapbox every couple of days and speaks with such conviction. It's insane to me. So insane to me. Or she's that crazy. It's very possible. Quit my job? Maybe. At that point, I'm expecting the second coming. Who knows? All I do know is it's definitely tearing people away from the party that, and this is kind of why, like, this is why, like, oh, excuse me. This is my, like, one concern, is it is probably tearing people away from the conservative party, and it probably will hurt the conservative party. Maybe. I have no idea. Used to think no, but nah, I don't know. And yeah. I don't know. Is Charlie supposed to be the second coming? I have no idea. Again, I know that there are special people in the world that do special things.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because
I just don't think that Charlie Kirk was one of them.
At Lord_Bruticus tipped $5 to the Lost Cause. A time traveler and can manipulate lights and matter? Does anyone know if Charlie has a blue police phone box?
I don't know. If he did, he definitely didn't take advantage of it. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think about that. Thank you, though, for the 5. I appreciate that. Oh, I didn't get to this, but apparently Asmongold is petitioning the government to, or the courts to dismiss his part of the lawsuit against Mizkif, which I think should happen, personally. I don't think Mizkif has excuse me. I don't think Mizkif has provided proof to warrant suing him over, personally, but what do I know? There's your light topic. There's your light. Candace is a psyop. I believe it, honestly. I 100% would believe that Candace is a psyop, you know? And with some unfortunate single mothers, it's definitely working. Excuse me. I'm VOD gang? Yes. You are VOD gang. Find something to uplift with, like Bongwater. Bongwater thinks that if you like lollies, you're a pedophile. I'm not playing his videos. Bongwater thinks that if you're a lolicon, you're a pedophile. I'm not interested in him. Oh, my throat is now dead. Let me see. Oh, I'll give you guys this as a maybe some hopium. AI data centers. OpenAI might be dead in a couple of years. We'll see. And the reason why I say that is you might not know this. If you don't, that's fair. But there has been some issues with funding on OpenAI. Now, if you don't know, OpenAI is one of the bigger LLMs. They're the ones that are taking up a lot of space and a lot of money and a lot of power. And some people are iffy. They're iffy on whether or not they can support OpenAI. So if that is happening, I'm being told that something could happen. Now, you never know. You never know. But here's what I'll say. Data centers need to be constructed to house OpenAI. Data centers, some of them are multiple years away. Think 2 to 5 years away, depending on how big it is and the needs. Data centers need to be paid for, and so companies are taking out loans to pay for those things to be built. For some of these companies, allegedly, those loans need to be paid back before these data centers even open. Or their payments are going to be really high before it even opens. And if they don't open in time for OpenAI, OpenAI might struggle. But it's not just that. In order to power all those GPUs that they're going to destroy by trying to find the AGI, they need power. And this power does not exist yet. We don't have the capacity. So they have to build, in addition to AI data centers, they have to build power plants. And let me tell you, power plants have a lot of red tape around them. And even if they cut some of that red tape, power plants are also multiple years of construction and work. And if they don't do them correctly, they will kill a lot of people. So, the question that you have to ask is, what's going to survive? Because there's a timetable for some of these places of a couple of years before AI can even do something. And the question is, will OpenAI survive long enough to get in these data centers so that they can make money, so that OpenAI can pay back their investments and their loans? And can these data centers be built fast enough so that they can get their loans paid down before they go out of business? And can we get power plants that need all these gigawatts of power? Can we get them built fast enough? I'll let you think about that. I'll let you guys think about that for the evening. I'll let you guys think about that for the evening. Thank you for coming. If you enjoyed the stream today, make sure you leave a like on the stream. We're almost at 100 likes. I would very much appreciate it if we hit 100. So, I'm gonna send you guys off. Who is on Kick? Guess what? Leaflet is on Kick. She's playing games right now. Is she playing games with Mom? She probably is. All right, chat. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Thanks for coming.